Good morning, Sassy Fam. Welcome to your Sunday check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. Today's check-in is for the situation. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a tarot reading that centers around a situation that may or may not be happening for you, and then giving you some clarification around the subject. Like always, take what resonates, leave what does not. Okay, I admit we're looking a little vampy today. That's not what I had in mind when I was getting ready. I was thinking Thomas Shelby. I'm thinking Peaky Blinders. Love that show. Fabulous writing. I would say exemplary writing. But that didn't happen. But here we are. You know what? We're going to roll with it. That's all we can do. Let's just roll with it, guys. Not too much to report. I know I'm going to have a fun weekend. I have tickets to see Jim Jeffries. He's one of my favorite comedians, and I make it a point to see him whenever he's in town. Love his work. It's not for everybody. No. He is absolutely a comedian with an edge. He's lived a real life, and it shows. It shows in his work, but oh my goodness, he makes me laugh, and that's the whole point. So looking forward to that, just having some much-needed time out with friends and activities and doing stuff. But then it's right back to work next week for me. I've got a full schedule, and then that reminds me, next week our readings will be past, present, and future. All right, you guys, let's wrap it up there, shall we? I will see you next week for your readings. Once more, past, present, and future. And I will see you at your sign today. Take care. Be well. Leo, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Leo, please. The situation, the world. How do you feel about it? 3 of Wands. Okay. To consider, Page of Swords, outcome is 4 of Wands. Okay. Straight away, something here is closed. You already acknowledge it. How you feel about it. You're saying, I need space from that ending. I need space from that closing. You have intentionally set yourself at a distance from that. You're looking outwards. I'm not convinced that you're waiting. You're just showing me space. You're aware that this closed out, and I think you're processing, and you're doing it in your own way, at a distance. To consider, Page of Swords. Yeah, someone's keeping an eye on you. That doesn't tell me anything. Literally everybody does it now. That's just the world we live in. But yeah, to consider, they keep an eye on you. Probably doesn't tell you too much. But just to let you know, they think about you too. Whoever they are. I'm not focusing on a they, but they're there. So I can't deny it, right? But let's keep in mind this is not yours and theirs. But I'll take a look. Outcome 4 of Wands, some sort of relationship here. Once more, is 2 people define it. All right? Show me the world. Two of Cups, 6 of Wands, Queen of Wands. It's okay. It's all right. You know, who closed it, it's irrelevant to me. I know it's an important point to a lot of people. I did it, or they did it. I just see how it happens in the cards, you know. It happened. Queen of Wands, 6 of Wands, 2 of Cups, you know, there was attraction here. And yeah, there was a fond feeling with the 2 of Cups. There was. 2 of Cups is some sort of bond. It can be a very deep bond or a very shallow one. You know, this is not me casting judgment. It's just here. I'm leaning towards shallow. Because 6 of Wands, Queen of Wands, you know, at the start, that's all well and good. At the start, where there's emphasis on chemistry and attraction, that's perfectly fine. But there's only so much that can be developed or coaxed with that level of energy, of attraction. It's a little bit more on the ego side. It's a little bit more on the flattery side. It's a little bit more on the superficial side. Again, perfectly fine, lovely, and normal at the outset of something, when it's just starting. Okay? But this isn't something that was just starting. I think this is kind of like, this is how it ended up, as you recognize it. Something that felt good. Okay, it was very attractive, you know that. But perhaps it ran a little too thin for you, a little too on the surface, a little too superficial. But other than that, it was, you know, If that's where people want to be, that's where they want to stop, that's where they want to cap out at their experiences, just those kind of lovely, light, superficial exchanges. Okay, some people can live on that. And there was a fondness there, Two of Cups. There was some sort of fondness, guys. And I say that they were attracted to you. I mean, duh. That's the situation as I best see it. That tells me right away, while it was lovely, and lots of chemistry, I'm sure it was quite fun. Perhaps that's how it's best defined. It was just fun. Okay. But there was a fondness there, Two of Cups. There was. Three of Wands. How you feel about it? You felt the need to get distance. Think about things, you know. Show me that Three of Wands, please. There's the, yeah, you see, that's exactly it, baby. See, the World, the Hermit, literally took the words out of my mouth. He just needed space to think about things. Okay, and then Two of Pentacles, if there's anything left to decide around this, and is there anything left to do with this? No. I think you're looking at that in terms of the Hermit, Two of Pentacles. No. The world precedes it. It's like, I don't think there's anything left to do with this. My biggest job at this time is to heal, learn, and reflect. And Two of Pentacles, you know, looking at it, did I give this the correct time, energy, attention, effort? Did I misconstrue it? Did I misunderstand? No. The World, the Hermit. No, we understood what was going on here, Leo. You don't need to doubt it too much. You really actually seem to be quite accepting of this cycle. Okay. You're just looking at it, hanging back, gaining perspective. All right. Yeah, you don't seem to dispute it at all. Yeah, that tells me many of you probably prompted it. All right. To consider, Page of Swords. But is there anything left to do with it? I don't think so. I don't think so. The Star, Page of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, well, I don't know how that helps you, but the Star, Page of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, over time, in time. This person, they keep an eye on you with a very loose thought, but it's a thought that's way out there. And it's beautiful, and I would give it more credit and validity if I saw more weight behind it. But right now it's too fresh, too raw, or too much of a singular small idea. Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles, but, okay, they can only handle so much weight. The Star and the Wheel of Fortune. So these are heavy concepts, these are very small ones, and that's so Page of Swords really only has one of two interpretation, guys. Someone's looking, spying, if you will, or observing, because that's all we're equipped to do sometimes is just look. That's it. We don't feel like we can say or do much more, or it's not our place to. So a lot of people look. Or it's the seed of an idea. For this person, it's actually one and the same. It's the seed of an idea, but they also look at you. And the idea is in time, perhaps we can expect more. In time, maybe one day we can be something more to each other. In time, I can reach for this again. In time, So it's small and it's inconclusive. There is hope in their own way over time that this connection between you two needs time. Or that maybe they'll see you again in time. Or that you two can try again in time. Okay. Okay. But again, it's hands off. And it's just a thought. Well, I will say this. I can only see what's here, not what isn't. So in some way, no matter how small, they're still energetically tied up to you. And they actually still have a dream or a vision of you. And this idea of what you call one day. It's not bad. It's not like obsessive. It's just there. Okay. So just to let you know, they hope for you one day. And from your point of view, well, this is why I closed, and I accept that. It felt nice, and there was some feeling in there, but for the most part it was a superficial connection, one based on attraction. And again, if that's what you're going for, that's what you're going for. I see people choose those shallow kind of connections all the time. And I say shallow because that's what it is. That's what two people are agreeing on. And that's fine. It suits them. It's not a judgment. It's just the truth. I see it all the time in intimate tarot. And then there's other people who are like, you know what, this cup, it's a cup, but it's a small cup. Not much can fit in there in terms of emotion. Real, authentic emotion. So you got to know. You got to know. And that can be fun. But fun has its limits. Sometimes you need substance. Anyway, outcome, 4 of Wands. Four of Swords, Ace of Wands, and then back to you, darling. You look great. And yes, you know, you've thought about this. You're pretty smart, right? 4 of Swords, Ace of Wands, your master symbol, 7 of Cups. You're saying, I'm just going to rest here a little bit. I'm not going to immediately jump into my options, nor should you. I'm relieved to know that you have options, okay? So you can't keep a good line down. No. No, not at all. You were showing me then in the outcome that you are still relationship-oriented, that you still believe in relationships, you believe in the cultivation of them and the stability of them. You want one for your own. This is a known thought. 4 of Swords, you've rested on it many times. Ace of Wands, you still have positive energy for this. So once more, Wand, fire. Fire is hope. Fire is inspiration. Fire is creativity. You still have a lot of hope, faith, value, expression towards this idea of relationship. It still fires you up as a positive. Like I said, it didn't keep you down. This did not keep you down. And 7 of Cups, from your point of view, darling, it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time before you open up again. And oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, it is a time before you open up again. And you're well adjusted, you're thoughtful. You didn't immediately jump into a new relationship or someone else's bed. No, no, no. You took the time out right here to think about these things, what it really was, how it affected you, what you learned from it, how it made you feel versus what it is you actually want to feel with somebody. Again, there you go. And it's like what I felt with that person was lovely. Sexy, fun. But that's probably all it was. And that's okay. It's not for me. It's not for me. And you're right, it's not for you, and it is a matter of time. I'm looking at you. It's a matter of time before you get yourself out there. In fact, I would hazard a guess. Some of you sooner than you know. Before you open up to options in love. I mean, it's very straightforward reading today, guys. But that's interesting. They hope one day. They hope one day maybe they can meet you again under better situations or a stronger sense of readiness here, like real emotional readiness, more vulnerability, a deeper mindset for emotions, something. So it's kind of sweet, but you're looking for something that you can connect to in reality, not one day. And I like that you're showing me not one day. And jump in. Yeah, you're being asked to take a chance and jump in and give whatever okay, just give it a try. When you're ready to jump in, you will. And you know that about yourself. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't know how much these will help you, but let's go ahead and take a look. When you're ready to jump in, you will. I'm thinking April, guys. I am. You may not see that way, but who knows, guys? You never know where sometimes your energy is ready to take you. All right, ride the current. Oh no, we can see now. See, we got to get the readers out because that's just no way in heck I can read that. Ride the current. Embrace change. Flow with the rhythm and release resistance. Answers unfold in the dance of transition. Ooh, nice. In the dance of transition. I like that. Okay. Q, B, D, I, L. We have the Medallion of Capricorn as well as Gemini. You might have some very strong Capricorn. Excuse me. I think I just said candy corn. That's interesting. I don't think Capricorn would appreciate that, though. You might have some very strong Capricorn and Gemini in your chart. Could be connecting to, formally connecting to, or their seasons might be important to you. Obviously, the next one is Gemini, but as it resonates, I actually think some of you are like sleeping beauties. I think some of you are going to be waking up in April. Right around the corner. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Sag, what's up? Show me Saggy. Show me Sagittarius. The situation, Page of Pentacles, how you feel about it, Knight of Swords, to consider, Ten of Cups, and the outcome is the Six of Pentacles. Okay, good, all is well. It looks like you have the opportunity to invest in something. It doesn't seem like much, I know, Page of Pentacles, but that tells me it's at your leisure. You don't have to. The choice is yours. But it seems that opportunity is coming up quickly, Knight of Swords, because you feel pressed to take action sooner rather than later. Okay. To consider, Ten of Cups. Will it be of benefit to you and yours? Ten of Cups, inner circle, family, friends. That can include spouses, kids, lovers. It depends if they're in your life in a healthy, happy, supportive way. But basically saying, take into consideration whatever it is you do, would it help others? That's it. It's not bad. Six of Pentacles in the outcome. I see you maintaining balances at your leisure. Now, it's not to say that you don't have stress here, but it seems like all is well. All that tells me is that it might be a little bit of an opportunity coming up for you sooner rather than later, and it's up to you if you want to engage with it, interact with it, or invest in it. Okay? Let's see that Page of Pentacles. You might say, like, nah, I'm good. You might say, that's unnecessary busyness. You're like, you know what? Yeah, I can take on a little more. Something like that. Let's see that Page of Pentacles, please. Seven of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and Seven of Swords. Oh, interesting. Okay. So you're showing me you're a little disappointed here. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles, classically in this respect, is stagnation. You're disappointed. You try not to show that. You try not to. You keep that to yourself. It's more of an internal thought and feeling. Seven of Swords, Five of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. Hey, looking around, it's like things have been pretty stagnant. In other words, your pathway. You wish there was more activity in it, more to do, more productive. Okay, a stronger bottom line, maybe. Okay, so maybe you want an infusion, a little something extra. Okay, fair. Knight of Swords. Let's do it. What's going on? Let's see that Knight of Swords. Let's evoke some change, shall we? Let's get busy. Knight of Swords. There's that Page of Pentacles. Three of Wands. Deploying Page of Wands. Okay, no time. No time to say hello, goodbye. There. Oh, my goodness. There you go. No. You make up your mind very quickly. In fact, you didn't have to look too far out there. Honestly, Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Knight of Swords. You're like, okay, I'm on it. I got this. And you do. I'm glad. It looks like it suits you. It doesn't look like it requires too much time, energy, and effort, but except your direct attention in some way to participate. And I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but you know what? You're happy to do it. There you go. I just like how you showed me. I didn't have to wait too long on that. No, that's wonderful. I'm happy for you. I wonder what it is. Feel free to share if you're so inclined. But yeah, it's coming up for you shortly. Perhaps within a day or two of this reading. Ten of Cups to consider. You're in a circle. Okay. Nine of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. Oh, good. That's wonderful. Back up. Oh, yeah. No. This is wonderful. Oh, yeah. No, in fact, you're receiving a lot of support. This is just the thing you need, Sagittarius. Don't you worry about us. It's all good. We support you. Knight of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Two of Wands. Okay. Hey, what starts out as actually a little investment starts to unfold into something more. You get more. You get more work from this. You get more opportunity from this. And I know it's like it's just a couple of pages, I know. But sometimes that's how these things start. Especially if you did a good job, right? You went above and beyond. Yeah. This actually brings in a little more for you. Good. It's enough that it got you out of that Seven of Pentacles rut, where it seems like nothing was changing, nothing new was going on. Again, I'm looking at the coin, the material matters here, and your pathway. Okay. Things have been, like I said, a little stagnant, a little off. Capped out, you're kind of disappointed. But now you got stuff coming in. And those little pieces, those little items, it's not just one thing anymore. It's a couple. They start to add up. And people start talking about you. It's like, let's give those assignments or whatever it is to Saggy. You're getting a little name here. You're getting a little reputation. You're building something up. Knight of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Two of Wands. In fact, you're being cheered on by your inner circle to consider it's a good move. It's a really good move. You're showing me emotional relief too. So yeah, you got a big old booster here. Seven of Pentacles into a 9 pretty darn comfortably. And I have to say, effectively too. It didn't take too much participation. Good job. Oh, but yeah, look at that. That's wonderful. Oh, I'm happy for you. Six of Pentacles is the outcome. Okay, what's up? Let's see that Six of Pentacles in the outcome. Things are going well. And all it did was taking you saying yes to whatever that page was. And then you got more. Right here. Much better. A lot more comfortable. King of Wands, yeah, Five of Pentacles. Oh, Five of Swords. Be careful about that. Careful about this. I see you maintaining balances. Perhaps one here is not to your advantage. You might want to lop that one off. Five of Pentacles, Five of Swords. In fact, it might be something to do with your original pathway here, the one that you find disappointing. I see you for now telling yourself you can continue to maintain it, and perhaps that's true in regards to your time, energy, and effort, but that doesn't mean it's helpful to you. It's something to think about. I'm not going to tell you what to do. The Five of Pentacles, Five of Swords. Yeah, there's something here that I believe you already operate in, and you're telling yourself to keep it, that maybe it will continue to pay out later, or you'll get more from it later. This seems more of a viable opportunity and working method for you, as opposed to this, but that's something for you to decide. I will say this, that's kind of inwardly outstanding disappointment on that pathway. It seems to me you have a lot of evidence here about what to expect from it going forward. I understand you're choosing to keep it, but ask yourself why. Okay. It seems like you're thriving in a new area. All right. It might be that your time, energy, and effort is better spent over here cultivating this. I'm not sure if you're holding on to that balance out of habit, or a part of you still hopes to get more from it and coax it. You know, I'm going to keep doing this and hold on to this. So ask yourself if that's truly to your advantage. All right, Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles. Let's not lie to ourselves about how broken that thing is, and it's the reason you were so upset in the opening. So I'm glad that you've got new opportunities here, and they are adding up. In fact, they get you out of that Seven of Pentacles and put you on a path to a 9, which is lovely. Ask yourself if you aren't better suited to this perhaps full-time than holding on to whatever this is. Because it seems to me as you're connected to it, it puts you at a disadvantage. Okay. I strongly suspect, since you showed me the King of Wands here, this is your outer Six of Pentacles. It's not just one thing, guys. This is such a common misconception. It is not one thing. It's almost always multiple things, multiple balances. I could tell you I have about 20 or 30 in any given day. It's never just a job or a connection. Okay? Anything that you agree to put your time, energy, effort into, because ideally you get something back from it, hence the balance. Now, sometimes it's a moment of generosity where we're overgiving. Okay? That's why that's not the core interpretation, because that defies the idea of balance. Okay? So there's something here that is fundamentally broken within your balance system, but you're kind of lying to yourself about it with the Five of Swords. Here's my only clue. King of Wands, your natural fire energy. Is your pride wrapped up in that? A little bit? Like, I can continue to float that. at your cost. Remember, we're trying to increase our bottom line, not undermine it. And whatever that is, undermines your effort. Some of you might have your pride wrapped up in this. Okay. Some of you might suffer from investment theory. I've put so much into that, I'm going to keep it going. Eventually it'll pay out. That's the pride talking, not common sense. I know it's related to that disappointing path. I hope that you focus more on that. It seems to do well for you. And there are elements of flexibility in there as well. It seems like you can take on whatever it is you want to take on. But it's doing wonders for you. Okay? So something to think about. FYI, just keep that under your hat. Okay, this is what I meant to see. A comfort release is something here that perhaps you got comfortable with, but perhaps it's be best that we release it. Yeah, and then there's that as well. Sometimes we can get comfortable even with the uncomfortable. So Seven of Pentacles suggests nothing's changed and we're used to it. Okay, that's sometimes we're writing things out in neutral, not because it's good for us, we just don't know what else to do. In some ways, perhaps you got comfortable with this, but it might be a balance that best serves you as a released element, and it frees you up to do other things out here. Okay? All right. Yeah, used to it. And also, like I said, your pride might be talking to you a little bit. Wise counsel. Seek guidance from trusted friends or mentors to help you along. And so you do. Right here. I see you stop and consult family and friends, and they absolutely encourage you. That makes me happy. And you glow right there. Sky of clarity. Oh, goodness me. Gonna need the lighter the card is, the harder it is for me to read it. Sky of clarity. Soar into the boundless sky of clarity, where insights are as infinite as the azure expanses. I think that's poorly typed, or I'm not reading it correctly. But as the blue sky expands, okay, it's infinite. Seek clarity on the situation. All right. Receive good counsel from family and friends. You may not have told them about this piece. You might be focusing on the stuff that's clearly working to your advantage right now. Okay. So maybe talk to a trusted person or two about the reality of that situation and what you might do with it. But at the end of the day, you're the decision maker, right? I just want you to know that this element's not working for you, but you're still telling yourself that it does. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. Okay, we have the letters N, S, and 2 X's. We have the medallion of Pisces, Sag, Taurus. Pisces twice, actually. You might have these very strong placements in your chart, could be connecting to, or the season might be important to you. Saggy, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aries, welcome to your Sunday check-in, and happy birthday. Show me Aries, please. Okay. The situation, 6 of Cups, how you feel about it, 8 of Wands. To consider, Page of Cups, and the outcome is the Hanged Man. Okay. Alrighty. 6 of Cups is a situation, some sort of soul bond, someone whom you've known in the past. It does not have to be ex. People automatically jump into that. It could be, but there's a lot of possibility out there, guys. 6 of Cups is someone whom you have a unique history with, a lot of history with, particularly at the emotional level where things are just different. Okay? You wouldn't confuse this person with anybody else. It's special. It's different. Okay? But yeah, that could be anybody in your life that has those kind of unique qualifiers. How do you feel about it? 8 of Wands. You feel like talking. That's what we feel like doing. To consider, Page of Cups. Opening up or feeling towards this. Outcome, the Hanged Man. Hesitation. Pausing. Trying to gain more perspective. That tells me this is yet to be. I don't think. The situation represents a connection to you. I believe it's currently on pause, but you have a feeling that you would like to communicate. But we're not convinced just yet. All right, let's take a look at you. Yeah, that Six of Cups, guys. You know, I say soul bonds because they're persons of deep impact in our lives. It's not just one person that people often call soulmate. No, it's never just one. We have many influences in this life. Some are friends, some are family. Some are intimate partners, yes. And it's just some people who you're deeply fond of. Page of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Ace of Swords. There's the hesitation right there. I don't know, Christina. I don't know. I don't know if they should be part of my inner circle, my family, friends. Have to be willing to invest to find out. I don't know. I don't know if I could bring them back into my life like that. I don't know if they'd agree. Is it a good fit? I don't know. So Eight of Swords is quite the powerful I don't know. It's confusing. It also lends itself to procrastination. We don't have a readily available answer, so we put things off. I understand. It's not an accusation. It's just the truth of it. But it's kind of like, in some way, opening up to this very strong connection means I'd have to make room for it in my life. Do I have the space for that? And would they even want to be there? Yeah. Fair? Okay. So what's your feeling? It's like I feel like talking, actually. Eight of Wands. King of Wands, the Magician, Nine of Pentacles. You gotta figure it out, boo-boo, because you're manifesting. You're telling me I don't know. And I'm telling you, hey, you're manifesting regardless of what you do or do not know. So that's one of those things with it. Funny tricks of the mind. Tell ourselves, I have no clarity, I have no insight, I have no absolute answers, but the spirit is answering for you. And sometimes it's the heart that's answering for us. But it's in your case, the spirit. You're manifesting communication. Are you showing me they hope that they'll talk to you? It would be so much more convenient if they reached out to you. Oh, it would be, wouldn't it? There's that, we share that frequency. Page of Cups, Queen of Wands. It would just be so much easier if the person on my mind would just do it for me. Please and thank you, dear universe. Because we're manifesting communication. It's not an accusation, guys. If that's the first thing I say that pisses you off, then it's not yours. This is for the Aries who says, no, I can't see that. I can't see it. And yet they desire it spiritually. So if it's not yours, hey, it's the check-in. Go check your placements. They're all available today. But yeah, I see the presence of someone outside of you. It's kind of like I wish they'd do it. Nine of Pentacles. You need to answer the question for yourself, honey. Because even if they came forward, you're still not prepared to answer if you want them in your life. In some way, we'll reject this anyway. That's the tricky part about manifestation. You really got to claim it, you know? You got to claim it. Otherwise, you end up rejecting it or sabotaging it, so on and so forth. But I agree with you, it'd be so much easier if whatever they are did all the work, right? I'm not laughing at you. Page of Cups, clarified. 3 of Cups, Queen of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. Again, do you want this? You have a particular feeling around it, yes. And you've thought about connecting to them 1,000 times, reconnecting to them 1,000 times, and that's not a crime. All you're showing me is that you still have feeling for this. Okay. And while your mind is screaming, I'm uncertain, your spirit's screaming in another direction. And technically your heart is too. It's not a loud scream, but it's there. It's there. Page of Cups, 3 of Cups, Queen of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. I see you refraining from what you feel. The Hanged Man's in the outcome. Let's see that Hanged Man, please. Guys, if it's a bad person, then there's no reason for me to see this conflict in you. You know, it's a bad person. That's all you got to do is reassure yourself, okay, it's a bad person. Stop desiring it, Aries, and it goes away, because then you just reinforced a core principle or core point for you. I don't connect to bad people. So I'm having a hard time seeing this as a bad connection. Okay. The object here is the focus. I want to talk to them because I still have feeling. There's nothing here about bad. Not that I've seen, no. The Hanged Man, Knight of Swords, Ace of Swords, 3 of Wands. Okay. You're kind of showing me, deferment. I'm going to put this off. I'm not telling you to. I'm not. Tarot doesn't dictate action, you do. It's just the kind of conclusion I see you land on. It seems to be the most comfortable conclusion you have. If they don't talk to me, maybe I'll do it myself at a later date. And that's it. That's kind of like where you leave it. Hanged Man, 3 of Wands. Like, I'm going to wait. Maybe they'll talk to me in time. I'm going to wait. And, okay. So I don't know if you have a set date in mind or anything like that, but pending that waiting, and that is waiting, pending that waiting, you know, if they don't talk to me, maybe I'll put something out there later. Ace of Swords, Ace of Swords, Knight of Swords, 3 of Wands. And yeah, that's the conclusion you land on. Again, I'm not telling you to wait, and I never advise it. You need to have darn good reason to do so. At least I hope people do. So I don't know that you have darn good reason to do so. That's up to you. But it is something that you technically conclude for yourself as being the right answer. And that's all I want for people. Is it the right answer for you? If you're forcing yourself to wait and you don't like that, then it's something to go back and readdress. You know? Yeah, but Knight of Swords, Ace of Swords, 3 of Wands. I'll get back to that later. But I can't deny that's a solid decision, and it's the first time I don't see confusion in you. So I don't know what that means. Guys, I was like, I'll give this more time. I'll give this more time. Okay. So long as that's the right decision for you. I think over here in your opening, though, if I were to give you a critique, I think what you're focusing on is a bit large. Okay. Now, I agree. We need to know if people are going to fit into our lives in the greater scheme of things. But perhaps answer this question later instead of trying. It's like you're putting the cart before the horse over here. The question is much too large for you to answer right away. Can I fit the 6 of Cups in my life? And would they even agree to that? That's a very large question. And you're never going to find out so long as you continue to keep yourself at a distance. Okay? But you're like, that's the thing. That's the goal. That's the objective. No, honey. Let me remind you of what the goal is. I want to talk to them. Let's start there. Let's answer that question first. And then if they have some sort of agreement, but you know what I mean, the want and desire to return communication with you, talk and take it from there. And you can start answering some of those questions. Should we even be in each other's lives? And if so, why? What does that even look like? Let's answer that later. So let's put the horse back up front. And that horse would be communication. I just want to talk to them. I got some feelings here I want to express. I got some thoughts in my head. That's my only real critique. Maybe more like this. This should be more under the to consider category. Will we fit in each other's lives later? Let's just maybe start talking again. You know? See, it's not me, guys. I read the cards. That's my job. Reading tarot is a lot like reading the weather. You know, you can have an idea, but the weather's always subject to change. So is energy. I'm just saying they're putting it back on you. Okay? I'm not saying you have to. I'm saying this is within you, the areas I'm looking at. So it's either A, your truth, or B, it isn't. And if it is your truth, then this is what's happening inside of you. And Spirit is saying the best way to resolve what's inside of you is to do the very thing you hope that they will do. It's right. It's the conflict inside you. You resolve it. You have the tools for the job. I just see you putting off said tools. And speak up. Okay, so again, if it's a bad connection, I wouldn't be seeing any of this. You would have shown me a very different thing, and you're just having conflict over those residual feelings. Okay, for one reason or another, and that's another reading for another day, you still want to talk to this person. You got positivity lingering within you. I see positive emotions, just a lot of mental hesitation. I think you find it difficult to open up. I do. And I think that's why you want them to do it, because if they did it, they could get the ball rolling and you could take it from there. I'd say you don't trust working theories of what someone else might do. Trust what you would do. They're your words. They're your impressions. They're your feelings. You're the only one qualified to speak to them. Okay? That's all. I almost want to say, I almost have half of mine. Aries, listen to me. I almost have half of mine to call you shy. It's weird. I don't associate you with that trait at all. It's not to say it's impossible. It's not to say it's impossible. It is possible. I've never really seen the Aries have this idea of such a structure in their mind, in their spirit of what it is they'd like to say, what they hope the other person will do. Here's the issue, but that's something that needs to be looked at later, if you can even get past the point of conversation, and then defer. I mean, the Three of Wands and the Hanged Man. Is Aries one of your minor placements, or maybe your one-off? Okay, maybe it's like in one of your big four, your top four, but you don't lean on it too much. Maybe Aries is your south node. I don't know. It's odd to see you like this. I can't recall a time where you deliberately put something off and it's like, I'll get to that later. It almost looks shy. Maybe you are, and that's not a crime. Growth potential. Embrace change to unlock your full potential and flourish. Big growth potential. You have wings, darling. You can soar. Okay? Think of this opportunity as a growth potential or growth spurt for you personally. And it's not about your age, darling. No. We learn skills and things at different points in our life. Okay? Little growth never hurt anybody. L-U. Yeah. And of course, I just heard love you, but that was an easy association. But for some of you, that's the truth. We have two medallions of Scorpio and that of Taurus. You might have any very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to. The season might be important to you. Currently, we're in yours. And then we'll slide on into Taurus season before you know it. I'm not saying anything as far out of Scorpio season. No. You might have some very strong Scorpio in your chart, or like I said, connecting to. And then we have the peacock here. Okay. Energy, yeah. I would associate that with you. Sure. With the fire signs. Oh, sure. A little bit of attention, you know, a little bit of the flash, a little bit of the flare, one or both of you. You did show me the King of Wands. And you said someone else outside of you, Nine of Pentacles, you associate with independence or ability. It's like, I wish they would do it. Yeah, maybe you're not a natural talker or prompter. That's not the point. Yeah, I'm sure that there is some attraction here. I have no doubt. Aries, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aquarius, welcome to your Sunday check-in. What's going on? Show me, Aquarius, please. The situation, Two of Cups. How do you feel about it? The Fool. To consider, Ace of Cups. Outcome, Nine of Pentacles. Well, you go on then. You have yourself an excellent day. You don't need to be here. Well, maybe you do, but you don't look like it. Yeah, the situation is Two of Cups. Something's forming. Yeah. Two of Cups. Now, I say that it's forming because I can't quite see if it's a shallow or deep bond yet. Okay? And what kind. All right? But I see that affections, feelings are involved in some way. But it is forming, and I know that because you look free as a bird. You're skipping to a tune, honey. Yeah, it's new. How you feel about it, the Fool? You feel lighthearted, silly, open. Open. To consider Ace of Cups, yes, it is going to involve love, falling in love. So if you're ready, take off, right? Don't look back. You keep on keeping on. And then also to consider, you know, while you look like you're ready for an adventure, right? You want to fall in love. You want to be that Fool. You want to be that Aquarius. Just make sure it's being returned to you. It is shaping up in that direction, it seems, but still, just make sure it's being returned to you. If you want love, make sure that they're on the same page, and that's where you two are lining up. All right, Nine of Pentacles in the outcome. I still see you as someone who is very independent. I'm not surprised. That tends to be your nature. And Nine of Pentacles in the outcome, it could be that you're just showing me that you're doing great in the 3D. Who knows? Let's take a look at you. Or you're just frankly secure. You're secure with who you are, what you're about, so on and so forth, right? Let's see that Two of Cups, please. Oh, okay. Seven of Swords, the Magician. Okay. Nine of Pentacles. There you are. There you are. Yeah, you are manifesting this. You are. You do want this. Seven of Swords. You have what you would call reasonable doubt, which is what I would absolutely associate with the air signs. But you keep those to yourself. That's private. For the most part, you're saying you're enjoying yourself. You're enjoying your experience, and this is absolutely something you set out to do. Clearly, you're showing me it's not just independent on your own. You are showing me at this point, I am a proud single. But yes, I am looking to be in love. I am pursuing it. And guess what? I met somebody. I don't know where it's going. We're going to find out. And that's the Seven of Swords talking. So you're not giving it too much of a voice, right? Because you do want this, the Magician. You do. Whether or not they're the one, you're like, well, that remains to be seen. But I'm enjoying myself. Okay? And you are enjoying yourself. You are enjoying yourself. And you're showing me you're a person of presence. You are participating. Okay? Yeah. But you have, like I said, reasonable doubts. I don't know if this is absolutely the one. But it's new and it's exciting. And I'm enjoying myself. The Fool. Let's see that Fool. Seven of Cups, Justice, and the Empress. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You're looking for quality. Good. Okay. You're saying you actually don't open up very often. You're saying it's a rare occurrence. Oh, well, look at you. You're saying you don't go out all the time. That's why you're showing me you're single, loud and proud. And people ask me all the time, why don't you say singles? Because you ought to know if you are. Why do I have to say it in a reading? If you're looking for new love, the idea is that you should be. And if you're not, that'll show. That's why. You're either with somebody and connected and it makes sense in the reading as it resonates, or you don't. That's it. Yeah, but no, you're saying you are very single. You made that clear. And you going out like this is a rarity. You being open like this is a rarity. It's like I have high standards, Christina. Justice the Empress, I'm looking for the one. That's why you're connecting to this one. Something about it is different. You like what it's doing for you so far. Oh, but yeah. Yeah. It's like, I'll take a risk on the right one. Or if I suspect it's the right one. You've got, I almost want to say criteria. Let's be careful with that. I want you to have standards and enforce those standards. But I'm glad that you know that you're looking for quality. Okay? That's good. That's good. Like, I don't just go out for anybody, you know. You were looking for the one. Again, that explains the Seven of Swords in the opening. Okay. Ace of Cups, that which to consider. Alrighty. Alrighty. Prepare yourself for the feelings to get really real for you. And then also, understand if it's being returned to you. Ace of Cups. Okay. Oh, Knight of Cups. The Moon. Knight of Wands. Oh, yes. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Emotions forward. The energy behind it's building. Okay. Just FYI, I'm actually seeing this in speed. The emotional components are already falling into place for you. The romanticism. Okay. The feeling of emotional quality is building up between these two. Looks like we're leaning towards same page energy and feeling, which is excellent. The Knight of Wands is behind the moon. So it's not that the feelings here are secret. No. That's actively being exchanged, which is good. When two people really want it to, when two people really want to be understood about their intent, they freely express themselves. That's it. I'm not saying they have to be a poet. I'm not saying that they have to engage in love bombing. What I'm saying is that they just make themselves clear about what they're feeling, and that's it. And that way the other person can understand if that's what they're lining up to and reciprocate. That's a healthy exchange. That's how you know it's the real deal. Someone who's still hiding their feelings, that's not so good. Okay? When people are ready, they verbalize it, is my point. Now, that being said, the Knight of Wands is behind the moon here. No, that's not hidden feeling. Just to let you know, this is going to happen a little faster than perhaps you were expecting. Now, you didn't give me any notes about speed, which is good. It drives me crazy when people say, I'm going to take it slow. That's the same to me. I hear it the same way as if somebody were saying, I'm going to take it fast. It makes no sense. The pace is the pace is the pace. When it's natural, when it's on point, speed is a non-issue. Okay? So you didn't say anything about, I'm taking it slow. Okay? Again, as ridiculous as saying I'm taking it fast. They both cause problems. But I will tell you what's building up in the background, kind of like a gunpowder, a powder keg right here. This might go a little faster than you thought, the both of you, the falling in love process. So, I don't think that was the goal. That was an objective. Okay? One of you for sure, if not both of you. Okay, just FYI. Why? You're asking why. I know. About the too slow piece. Why does that cause problems? You ever connected to somebody who insists on taking things slow? And too slow? They have a lot of unhealed business, and therefore so slow they talk themselves right out of a relationship. When somebody's ready to be on point and in flow with someone, and someone's intentionally dragging it back, they are the ones that in turn become the problem. I know that they're trying to counter a problem that they experienced in the past, but that also tells me they're still unhealed. They can't trust themselves to open up. Like I said, too slow, too fast, they both cause problems. However, these two I'm looking at, oh, yeah, it seems we fall in love pretty fast. But so long as it's natural, then it's on point. Natural between two people, reciprocated, then it's non-issue. All right, Nine of Pentacles in the outcome. Ace of Swords, King of Pentacles, and the Hermit. See, that's that very thing. That's that very thing. Okay. You're surprised in the outcome. Eight of Swords. Okay, a little bit of blindness there. You weren't expecting it, though, and that's okay. You don't look threatened either. You didn't pull back. When you realized what was happening, oh, crap, that okay. I got the feels pretty damn fast, pretty damn hard. Okay, fair. You don't pull back. No, in fact, you got a lot of earth in you, don't you? The Hermit and the King of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus specifically. In fact, you said, okay, here it is. We're going to up the game. We're going to up the ante. I'm investing. You saw yourself as a solo figure, and you converted that energy in the end towards someone who's fully invested. You're like, I'm ready. You are ready. You are so ready. That's what I'm telling you. Speed dictates nothing. Its flow is equal. When two people are ready, they express themselves, and it matches and it moves forward. That's just how it is. And good for you. I didn't know if you were going to shy away or what, but I tell you, when people find themselves falling in love and it happens much quickly, excuse me, my tongue did something there. Anyway, a lot more quickly than they had anticipated. They often pull back, they freak out, get gun shy, and it's like, I got to get out of here. And you went, no, this is what it's all about. I'm ready. I'm ready. You went, I'm ready. Yeah. So you went from a solo figure to someone who is locking it in. Yeah, that's wonderful. Oh my goodness, you got quality all right. I respect that a lot, by the way. When you said, I don't go out too often. No, I understand. I'm the same way. Like, I don't go out too often. But when I do, it's for darn good reason, right? I love it. I love it. Keep going. Yes, it's aligning. Yeah. Keep going. Oh my goodness. It's sore. It takes off quick, doesn't it? It takes off quick. It lines up quickly. It soars. Excellent. Well done. You both line up to this. Keep going. Soar, honey. Spread your wings and fly, as they say. Beautiful. Mm-hmm. Fresh ideas. It's also on target. Fresh ideas. Stay open-minded, inviting new perspective to enrich your journey and spark creative solution. But fresh ideas, I'm just really getting from that the image actually today on target. Absolutely. Do some of you practice archery? It's an interest, by the way. You got some distinct maybe Sagittarius in there. Archery. Is that a hobby, a skill, something you've always been interested in? Mm-hmm. That's cool, I understand that. But on target. We have the letters R, E, M, U. Wait, and there's the peace. Dove, sign of peace, but also soaring. Oh, yes. We can go to new heights with this one, eh? We have your medallion, of course. Virgo, Taurus. Didn't I say you might have some very strong Virgo, Taurus in your chart? Right there. Boom, baby. Yeah, some of you absolutely do. Could be your point of connection, your person. I'm not convinced of that. There's a lot of water there, but also a sense of groundedness with the potential of the Empress here. Anyway, but no, I'm saying that from within. Anyway, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Gemini, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Gemini, please. The situation, the Chariot, and how you feel about that. 5 of Cups to consider. 2 of Wands. Outcome is the Ace of Cups. Okay. Parting is such sweet sorrow, at least it can be. Don't get me wrong, I know some Geminis. Many of you are probably looking forward to moving forward. And others of you, you're still lingering a little bit. It's okay. Trust the process. You'll be all right. Chariot is the situation. You moving forward. Okay, one direction. Chariot doesn't make stops. So no splintering, no confusion, no over here or there. Move it forward in some way that is powerful and meaningful to you moving forward. How you feel about it. 5 of Cups. Parting in such sweet sorrow. There's sadness here. Sadness of the past. The Chariot suggests, I want to move forward into my present and into a future. Okay? The 5 of Cups lingers. There's sadness back there in the past. To consider 2 of Wands. Stay in the present. Don't dismiss the 2 of Wands, guys. Sometimes the best stuff is the simplest. 2 of Wands. Stay in the present. Stay focused on the here and now. You know what you know. Move forward with what you know in the present, not the past. Past can, surprisingly and alarmingly, dictate a lot of people's actions if they allow it. That's why we should learn from it, not get lost to it. Right? So stay in the present. Talk. Okay? Talk. Talk to whoever you need to talk to. Open up. Right? But stay focused. Outcome, Ace of Cups. You're resetting your heart space in some way. You may not know it from the position you're in, but yes, it leads to your heart space being reset. And yes, likely receptive to new in time. Yes, absolutely. It's a good thing. It's not something to be threatened by, right? The Chariot. Let's see that Chariot, please. I know that the power number for the Chariot is 7. I could say July. You're going to have some very swift movements, or rather, not swift. It's not about speed in this context, but powerful movements, I think, by June. I don't know why. I have no idea why. It just feels right. And so I report that to you. It's an impression. That's the difference between reading the cards and the intuitive process. It's just June, babe. I don't know what it is, but June. Don't get me wrong. You're already in motion. I mean, the progress as you can see it, understand it, interact with it, and feel it for yourself. June. I think you might even have an example of it in June. Yes. Maybe more so like here. Anyway, let's take a look at that Chariot, please. Let's see. Most likely, right on that border space between your season and Cancer's. Seven of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, in time, baby. Yeah, I know we got a job to do. You literally just summarized what I was already saying on your base. This is where you are. Okay, parting is such sweet sorrow. We know this. It hurts, aches. But let's be real. You've been disconnecting for a while. 8 of Cups. Making yourself less and less available to the past and more available to your future. That's where you are. It's not even a crossroads. It's not. It's actually linear. Remember, Chariot don't make stops. It's not a crossroads. You've already made a decision. Okay? Move it forward. This is where you're coming from. You're still learning to emotionally detach from the past. Wheel of Fortune. You even said so in and of your own right. You anticipate time to pass before you can become available again and feel good about it and be present. You already said all of it. You got it. You got it. You got it. You're an informed Gemini. You got it. You know what's up. Okay? There will be times when you are sad, but not so sad that you want to go back to the past either. Okay? Knights of Wands, Page of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. Oh yeah, you're confused. Yeah, you're still confused, and that's something you're going to continue to unpack at your own time. So I'm looking at past elements. Like I said, it's not current in your life. No. It's just sometimes you get washed over with that feeling of sadness. And you admit you're still struggling with it. You don't necessarily know what the hell went wrong, particularly your energy. When did you lose the feeling? Some of you might have literally said that. I don't know when I lost the feeling for that. I couldn't tell you, Christina. I really couldn't tell you. I couldn't give you a date. I just know that at some point I had started to detach from it, and then I was gone. It didn't mean anything to me anymore, but there's sadness in that because you honestly can't pick and pull apart where something ended and began, and that's frustrating. I know. But you'll know more about that later. You're not ready to see it yet. Like I said, learn from the past. Just don't get lost to it. That's all. Your direction is forward now, and you know it. Okay? That's all right. Two of Wands, that which to consider. Stay present. Stay in the now. That can also speak to some form of communication, especially if you're trying to ground yourself by talking to other people and being open to ideas and influences. That's very much you. You tend to pick and choose that kind of stuff, information or impressions that work for you, and you will disregard the rest. It's one of the reasons why I like your sign so much. And you can honestly say Gemini is subject to selective bias, but it's part of the process, okay, is to discern, differentiate different modes of information and make it work for them. I mean, it's literally one of your power structures, so you got to stick with what works, you know what I'm saying? Two of Wands. But above all, be present. Three of Swords, Four of Cups, Five of Cups. I know. Be present. Especially when you don't want to be. I see how it washes on you. That's exactly what the sensation is like, isn't it? There's that Five of Cups twice. When it washes on you or over you, I know. It's a big wave of sadness, isn't it? Right? Let it pass. Let it pass. Let that evidence, by the way, of how much hurt and disappointment there is, Four of Cups, Five of Cups, Three of Swords, let that be proof, a constant reminder of not that what went wrong, not what fucked up, okay? No. Let it be a reminder to you as absolute proof about why the fuck you're moving forward. I understand. You've got a lot of things to sort through. I understand you have bad days. Moments, hours. And sometimes it feels like you can't breathe. But you can. You can breathe. And if you can breathe, you can get through the next 20 seconds, the next minute, the next hour. Hours becomes plural. Days, weeks. And then you do more than that. You live. I know sometimes it feels like you're going through the motions. And maybe that's technically true, but they're the right motions. So once more, when that wave of sadness hits you, let it pass through you. Give it its moment, its voice, if you will. Let it talk to you, but don't let it seduce you to go back into the past where the sadness is. Either metaphorically, okay, giving into the sadness, or going back to any past elements in order to generate a sense of belonging again, okay? Your motion is forward now. You have a ton of evidence to do so. That's a lot. And also kind of reinforces my point of advising you to communicate, stay open, okay? And perhaps try to refrain from those folks who would advise you to go back to the past in order to solve all your problems, because it won't. It won't. Bless them, there are people like that, and they mean well, they do, but that's that person that has a tendency to go back to the past as soon as they get uncomfortable, instead of being someone new. And taking on new paths and new journeys and finding a new comfort, okay, of love and life and whatever else is in there for you. But yes, please open up to the right people, okay? And connect to those who listen. Okay, communicate to those people who listen more than they do advise, all right? That'll help you. Ace of Cups is in the outcome. Yeah, I know. He said it was going to take a minute. It was a process. You're right. You're braver than you know. You're stronger than you realize. Give this some time. Give yourself some time. The Sun, Ace of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. There you go. You actually have more than one opportunity for you in future. I have to insist it's when the sun is higher in the sky. It just feels that way. It feels that way. You get a little greedy there, and that's all right. You get a little greedy out there in the outcome, where you start holding on to the possibility of more than one new beginning. It's okay. It's kind of like if I'm going to be happy, if I'm going to go for new, let's do more than one thing. And you start retaining that yeah, it's going to be out there by your season. Perhaps the tail end of it, like I said, leaning into Cancer. But yeah, I think you're going to have some really strong evidence of how far you've come by June. Either in love or some sort of new opportunity there. Anything that shows up as reality. I see you holding out for both. You start to get, like I said, a little greedy with that idea of I want new. This is what I'm holding out for now, and it actually makes you happy to do so. That means you're holding yourself to a standard of new. Good. And the idea of it makes you happy. So you go on and get a little greedy then. I want you to have more than one thing. Okay? You deserve it. You're lining up to it. Right here, progress. I'm all about progress. I know these clarifiers are overwhelming sometimes to people. It's like, oh my God, it just all looks like sadness, guys. Human beings, we are all in a space of either progress or nothing at all. I see how many times you could go back to the past and just rescue yourself from that sad feeling of, oh my God, change is happening. I don't want it. It's too hard. It frustrates me and it scares me. I'm going to go back to the past. You could have done that so many times, but you didn't. That's what you call progress, folks. That's all I want to see. And if I see no progress, in fact, if I see anti-progress, if your energy was running in the negative to the point that you're choosing the past, I would have scrapped your reading. I don't do that. I don't do that. If people go back to past elements like connections, it's because there are elements of positivity. Not let's go back to the garbage that we were in before and hope everything works out this time. That's delusion. Okay? But I have to make allowances, yes. We need to learn from it. We need to reflect on it. That's normal human experiences. But just still keep on top of your progress. You're going to be okay. And that's exactly where you are. Okay. I know I do go on and on. It's because I know you can, Gemini. You had that plan right there at the forefront. Right freaking there. Right there. You know. You know. You know. Keep going. Yes, absolutely. Keep going. You bet. Keep going. One of the best exercises you can do is stair-stepping. I'll tell you what. And it gets you so mad, but you can get a lot done in 10 minutes. That is in comparison to other exercises you could be doing in the gym. And those stairs, you hate those stairs. You hate them. You hate them. Oh, but they will get you working like nothing else. And keep going. You're making progress. You're going to be drenched in sweat and you're going to hate the whole thing, but also you realize how much you've done. Okay, anything else, please? Yeah, slow down. It's okay. Don't need to push it. Process as you go. It's all right. It's not about speed. It's about the journey, all that jazz, right? It's about not about the destination. It's about the journey. Da 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 da. The thing is, you have your destination in mind. And I'm happy to see you get there in the outcome. Okay, let's wrap this one up. Thrive and believe. You will thrive. Believe in yourself. Embrace growth. Excuse me. I don't know if I list that. Embrace growth and trust the promise. Keep an open mind. Answers reveal the path to fulfillment, but thrive and believe. Oh, yeah. Believe that you will thrive because you will. Learning secrets. Stay open-minded and receptive as you uncover hidden truths and embrace the lessons they offer. So I do see you talking outwards, and I gave you some advice about that. And, you know, listen, here we have the ear. Talk to people who are more inclined to listen to you than to give advice, particularly as it relates to going to the past. That's not where you are. Okay? So connect to people that connect to you about where you are. But yeah, keep yourself an open-minded. You're still unpacking all this. You don't know everything yet. You admitted that freely. That will unravel itself in time. Okay? But you need more time. And again, that wave of sadness that washes over you, let that be proof about why you're moving forward. Z-O-T. Try not to romanticize the past, guys. We have the medallions of Aries and you. Gemini, of course. You might be double, triple Gemini. You might have Gemini in a very critical placement in your birth chart. You have some strong Aries in there as well. Could be formally connecting to. You didn't focus on them or they. I appreciate that, actually. But yeah. Formally connecting to, or this could be a confident someone that you choose to speak to. All right, Gemini, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Libra, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Libra. Show me Libra. The situation, Four Swords, how you feel about it, the Empress, oh good. To consider, the Magician, outcome is the Sun. Lovely, look at you, very nice. I like how you opened up in a state of rest. I just needed some me time, you know. I just needed to relax, I needed to chill. Perhaps some of you taking a little bit of vacation here. Sometimes the Four Swords and even the Six of Swords to some extent can represent a passage of time that indicates away, time off, healing, but resting here in this context. And yeah, we've done some good healing here, reflection, insight, taking a little time to ourselves. You look a lot more refreshed. I would even say relaxed. How do you feel about it, the Empress? You're like, it's just what I needed, honestly. You're back to your productive, kind of healthy, resplendent self, and you feel really good about you. You feel empowered, just kind of cool, relaxed, like I said, chill, but also productive. The Empress is always with something to do, but the point is that she wants to. To consider, the Magician, manifesting. Understand that you're manifesting in some way. Outcome is the Sun. We happy. Nice. We'll take that. And I'll clarify and I'll say some nonsense. There's always some nonsense. Real tarot is real life, but for the most part, you look wonderful. Let's see that Four of Swords, please. Eight of Cups, the Empress, you. Okay. Oh, the Emperor. You're equal. You already showed me who you are. Eight of Cups, the Empress, the Emperor. It looks like you were still processing some emotions. From the Emperor, someone perhaps you detached from. Resting on that, reflecting on it. I don't know, it's a fresh walk. I'm not convinced of that. That was pretty damn casual. It's your counterpart in some way. No. I actually see you reflecting on this very casually, easily. I don't know. It's something you feel compelled to do. I see you rested recently. But it's over some very familiar thoughts and feelings about somebody and how you had to walk from them, even though you felt that they're your counterpart. You still had some thoughts on that. So it looks like you gave yourself some space on it. That's it. That's all I see for you. And that happened rather recently. But you look better for it. Perhaps there was some conclusion work in there for you. Again, it looked very comfortable, very casual, non-pressured reflections on your part. Someone whom you are very acquainted with, and you've been thinking about them, and you gave that some space. You gave some space to that. The Empress. Eight of Cups. Yeah, you were thinking about the old stuff. This is why I walked. This is where the emotional detachment occurred. Perhaps you're just at peace with the subject now. Who knows? It's very casual. Very easy for you, for this Libra I'm looking at. The Hermit. Yeah, okay. The Moon and the Chariot. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you've been working through this for a long while. Oh, yeah, this is a very old subject. That's what I say, honey. That was... I didn't think that was a fresh walk at all. Like, well, I just left them yesterday, so... No. The energy was very light, very reflective. You have thought about them already 1,000 times and what you learned from that connection. And it's, by all rights, someone who used to stand or sit next to you. Okay? Again, equals, counterparts, or at least that's who they used to be to you. Formerly known as your equal, yeah? That Emperor. I think what you're showing me some recent reflection on the subject, and you're at peace with it. Look at all that work. That's pre-existing. That didn't happen yesterday. No. The Hermit, the Moon, the Chariot. Oh, you've made a lot of progress in this, my friend. A lot of progress. A lot more than perhaps you understand. You've made so much progress in this. Any additional space you have to give this subject that have notes of healing are going to be greatly reduced from this point forward. You're going to reflect on this person less and less. You're going to reflect on this person's connection very little from, like I said, this point forward. In fact, your life, whatever that means to you, your life path, your goals, be it in work or in love, for your family, whatever, it's actually about to move forward here pretty quickly. So be mindful of yourself and your energy. You're about to be thrust forward into what I don't know, but it seems just existence, and you're not going to need to reflect on this in future. Not really. Whatever it is that you've needed to learn or heal from, a lot more than you give yourself credit for with the Moon. Maybe you just look at it this out of habit, not necessarily that it still deeply affects you and you need to heal from it. Like I said, I think you're leaning more towards peace on this subject than anything else. I don't see any fresh upheaval or turmoil or anything like that. No, no, no. I think it's a lot more healing in there than you know. You don't need to think about it so much now. Let that catch up to you. They're about to move forward quite a bit. Something to consider. The Magician. Manifestation, what about it? Queen of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Judgment. Oh, gosh, your manifestation is actually incredibly simple and sweet, actually. You're saying all you want for yourself are very simple things, just for things to be well, to be balanced, to be fair, to be even. That whatever it is you do so with love and the best parts of you. This is someone who is remarkably secure, capable, and wants only the right things to exist at the right time. That's it. It's kind of like saying, I want to be that person who understands what should be is what should be. And I just think that's such a beautiful thing. That's such a high quality person. That's so classy. It's like saying, I'm not asking for this, that, and the other. I just want things that are in my life that are good and correct to stay that way. But also, P.S., what should happen is what should happen. And I want to be able to accept that with grace. So it's just the Magician. I just want what's best for what's already in place. I'm not necessarily asking for more, you know, just for things to remain calm and balanced and loving. And I'll be okay. But also, yeah, I want to accept in my life what's meant to be here too. I love it. This is someone who's very mature and really, really, really values peace. Not necessarily personal happiness. They're not the same. A lot of people, now don't get me wrong, they can be the same. If you understand, like this Libra, I believe, does, that happiness means peace, then you're on point with it. It's beautiful. Well done. Congratulations, you. But a lot of people associate happiness with material things or love energy or sexual energy and things like that. And those are all well and good, but that doesn't mean happily ever after, never mind peace. And you want a peaceful, loving life where everything kind of makes sense. And what should be in there is what should be in there. What should be connected to is what will be connected to, right? And the grace and the dignity to accept it. And that's lovely. That is so lovely. I would love to do an in-depth on this Libra today. I truly, truly would. I really would. I really would. This is such a pleasure to see this, you know. Okay. Oh, and then by the way, we have a sun and the moon combination here. You're showing me divinity. Okay. And I do believe that's coming from within. You're at peace with your light and you're at peace with your dark. You understand how they work in your life, which is good. You can't have one without the other. I wish people would understand that. We all have dark. We all have light. 9 of Cups, the world, 2 of Cups. Okay. Okay. Very nice. I know that looks a little confusing. That's okay. Okay. So here you're showing me the world as in a door. It's a proposal. It's a proposal. It looks like we're closing out this idea of lone self-interest, 9 of Cups, that for you, for a while now, it's made you incredibly happy to fulfill your own kind of sense of wish fulfillment. And that's good. That's wonderful. That's been making you happy. It's like, this is what makes me happy, simply put. That's it. That's like, I don't want to cause a fuss. This is what I'm all about. Peace and balance and what's correct in my life. That's it. So that's closing out a little bit, and we're going to open a door to something else, 2 of Cups. And here we see the division, well, not division, but actual equality between two people. So if you've been that Libra, you've been on your own, and you've been very comfortable with it. You learned a lot from this person whom you formally identify as your equal. You've been living a very calm, peaceful, happy life, filled with good things and good balances and good people. Okay. That's all you wanted? That's what you had. That's what you asked for. That's what you got. But we're not done. Remember, part of that includes what should be in my life, may it come to me. So you're not done. Yeah. Someone's going to be including in your life or being included in your life soon enough. That represents some sort of emotional union. I'm leaning towards a deep bond, but you'll know in time. Okay. Oh, but yeah, it's going to replace your former sense of wish fulfillment and self-love. And someone else is going to be included. Okay. So that's lovely. I like how you show me I'm not dying for love. I'm not desperate for love. I'm a slave to love. I just want love, love, love. You got to love yourself first. And from what I've seen in your reading, that's exactly what you've been doing. Showing gratitude above all for your life, the peace in it, the balance in it, and willfully asking from the universe, I only want what's meant to be here. And I said, okay, you got it. Some people are such a slave to these ideas that they perceive as happiness externally. Like I said, usually the sun's the easy thing to call. I want sex, I want good feeling, I want good times, I want love. And very rarely are people focusing on, I just want what's right for me. And look at the peace that brings. So you learned a lot there in that top line, but honey, you don't need to reference it anymore. You really don't. More than you know. Your life's about to move forward. Anyway, I really liked yours, is my point. I liked it quite a bit. And healing, so you have been, and you've honored that quite well. I can't say you haven't. You have been honoring that healing, so that tells me you're pretty advanced with this kind of stuff. You honor healing. It's not always easy. In fact, it's often difficult, but you're at that place now where you really don't need to keep referencing that. You would know what happened there, and I'm not saying any hate, I'm not saying any animosity, I'm not saying anything like that. No. No, but you reflect on it, almost like saying, am I done yet? Am I done? Yeah, no, you're done, honey. I think you've been done. You don't need to keep referencing it, okay? You understand healing's a good thing. It doesn't threaten you. It doesn't freak you out. No, you acknowledge that person. You're that person, excuse me, who acknowledges that you have lights and darks. People get themselves in trouble when they think, well, I don't have any blind spots. I don't have any dark sides. I don't. I'm not that person. Yeah, you fucking are. That's when you get into trouble, when you refuse to acknowledge those sides. That's what leads to the devil. That's what leads to self-sabotage. The more you understand your shadows, the less likely you are to indulge in them or repeat them. And if you do, you understand in some way it's to your advantage. Yeah. The shadows are there for us to use them in some way, but you got to be aware of them in order for them to be used appropriately. Make a change. Embrace growth. Seek new paths and welcome transformations with an open heart. And so you are. We are making changes, but embracing growth here specifically. It's not that your change is intentional, okay? It's that you are making room for growth. You welcome it just so long as it's correct. And then you have no problem for it, okay? All right. I need to have my break. I need my afternoon coffee. Yeah. It's one of my simple pleasure balances. U-N-T. And then we have the dragon in reverse, upside down. No anger, no resentment, no bitterness, no fire-breathing entity, nothing like that. No anger, no nothing. It tells me more about here in Aries season as the dragon's associated with Aries. Yeah, you're good. You're calm, you're at peace. You're good. No anger, no nothing. Libra, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Taurus. What's up? Show me Taurus, please. The situation, Seven of Cups. How do you feel about it? The Chariot. To consider. The Sun. Outcome is the Ace of Wands. Green light. Seven of Cups, the situation. I'm open. To what? Whatever, man. No, no, probably not whatever, knowing you. No. We are open. We're open to something here. Variety of feelings. No, but you want a destination, though. It's not some vague, open-ended, specific, well, I'll just take whatever comes my way. No. It's like I want to be open and available to a particular direction. How you feel about it, the Chariot. Good. Forward momentum. Excellent. To consider the Sun, happiness. Whatever it is you're moving towards, make sure it meets the criteria for happiness as you understand it. Outcome, Ace of Wands. Boom. It's done, baby. Let's go. Let's do this. Seven Cups. Lovely. Excellent. Now, I'll say this stuff. There's always stuff, right? The real human stuff. But your baseline is incredibly straightforward. Does Taurus knows themselves? They know that they're open. However, you're showing me outwards. It's not random. It's not vague. No. On the contrary, you have a destination. You want to go towards it. Meet it where it is, I suppose. But you're showing me the desire to be available. It looks like you're pursuing happiness to me. Long story short. Okay. Three of Swords, Two of Swords, the Six of Wands. I understand you want confidence. I get that. Two of Swords, Three of Swords. And like I said, I was going to see the real stuff in there somewhere. You do want to be open. You do want to be available, but it's not without confusion or pain behind it. Okay. That just tells me you still have more work to do in there, but for the most part, it's not so serious that you're talking yourself out of it. Okay. A little bit of doubt, a little bit of hesitation can go a long way, particularly with the earth signs. That's not like a mark against you. It's just the truth of it. It's in your nature. Okay. You move slower. But for this Taurus, and to their credit, they are aware that they have doubts. They are aware that they have reasonable fears around rejection. And nonetheless, they're going to continue forward. Okay? You're showing me I have confidence in myself. More so in what I feel than perhaps my fears. And sometimes that makes all the difference. Okay? The Chariot, how do you feel about all this? I want to move forward. I want to be ready to move forward. Let's do it. Two of Cups, Queen of Wands, Chariot. Motivation doesn't hurt. You got some good motivation. And I'm going to go ahead and go back to what I said originally, perhaps meet it where it is. I actually see you in a very real sense, not just metaphorically, literally meeting someone halfway. That's pretty cool, actually. Chariot for the Chariot, Two of Cups, Queen of Wands. Yeah, motivation doesn't hurt. Oh, no. Someone's very much on board and they want to meet you halfway. I don't think it's just a metaphor. Oh, not at all. I see a literal point of connectivity. There's an agreement here, and the energy there that's between these two is wonderful. It's on point. It's very present. It's very directional. No confusion. Two people are making a conscious choice, emotionally and spiritually, to connect. And it feels fucking fantastic. What a rush. But not like impulsive, not that it's moving fast. It's actually on point. It's matching. And that's all I care about. Take speed out of the equation, guys. I'm having to say this more and more as I see an increase in these comments. When people tell me I'm going to take it slow or I'm going to go slow, it's the exact same thing to me as hearing somebody say I'm intentionally moving fast. Do you hear it? Either way, it causes problems. Going too slow as a plan, just like saying I'm going to go too fast on purpose. It doesn't make sense. Either speed can cause problems. Is it a mutual flow? And then nothing is either too fast or too slow. It's right on time and it's right on point. It's right on target. That's where that is. It's lovely, Taurus, honey. So while you might start off with some hesitation, fine, normal. You're not giving into it either. Once your motivation or your heart's desire becomes more solid in your eyes, the hesitation stops and you just move forward. It's lovely. And I see someone meet you there halfway. It tells me you both want this at the same time. That's beautiful. Okay? It's gorgeous. Now, as to the depths of that cup, I don't know. But the energy to meet this person halfway is really real. And like I said, the motivation doesn't hurt. The attraction's on point as well. The Sun. To consider all this only if it makes you happy as you understand it. Otherwise, what's the point, right? It's here. It's available. You're making yourself available despite a little bit of hesitation, despite some fears. You're still doing it. So bravo to you. That's what I say. Let's see that, Sun. Okay. Ten of Swords, the Fool. I understand that's where that was coming from. Reasonably, it had to come from somewhere, right? The hesitation, the fears. You know, some people can experience this once and they'll never do anything again, right? They're not learning from the pain of rejection as part of a normal human experience. They just give in to it. I see you've been knocked around, right? Yeah, you've been knocked around. And while you don't have any absolute guarantees, you know that, Two of Swords, you're saying, I'd rather try than not. And that makes all the difference. You're that person that when you get knocked down, you get back up again. You don't just stay there on the ground. It's not enough for you, right? You want to live. You want to love. You want to be part of it all. Ten of Swords, the Fool, Queen of Cups. Does this make you happy? In spirit and heart. And no matter where you come from or what your experiences are, this is irrelevant, or it becomes irrelevant in time. Because you move beyond that, well beyond that. Your spirit wants to try again. Your heart wants to try again. You've been knocked down, but you get back up. Why do we fall down? So we can learn to pick ourselves back up. You got some reasonable swords in there, mind and in the heart. In the greater scheme of things, they mean nothing to you, if it means you're happy. And apparently in love. Okay? That's all I want. That's all I want for people. Yes, I've had this, that, and the other happen. I get that. I appreciate it. And you know what? These aches and pains, these hours, these scars are proof that you've lived. Not that you were so afraid that you became shut down. Think of it that way. Okay. I like your spirit, though. Despite that Ten of Swords, it's like, oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, there you go. Ace of Wands is the outcome. Oh, yes, we're looking quite inspired, refreshed, turned on. Filled with hope, though, specifically. Remember, Ace of Wands, fire equals hope. Above all, before passion, it precedes passion. That's there. Duh. Right? It's a very warm element. You can't mistake it. But above all, this speaks to hope. Faith. The Magician. Ten of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. Okay, you still had to be Taurus. I get it. You Taurus. Hey. It's all well and good. Still an earth sign. Yes. That's fine. The Magician, Ten of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. You're like, and Christina, faith, hope, passion, I'm all for that. This Taurus is down for that. I am. I am. Also, I would like it to stabilize and be kind of like a permanent fixture at some point. It does. Chill. It's cool. It's good. Yes, it becomes a permanent fixture. You show me manifestation. Yes, this that I'm experiencing over here. Okay. Ten of Pentacles. Let's get it in there. Let's embed that in there. All that juicy love and the sexy sexiness. Let's get that into the foundation and make that a permanent resident. Can we do that? Yes, you can. So long as it's reciprocated, yes. Absolutely. It's not just you slaving away in the heart and the loins. No, it's being returned to you in some way. I see it. It's right here. Just know that this makes you happy. You'll be fine. Is this what you want? And Taurus went, yeah, it's what I want. And that there you go. You went asking for it quite boldly to be a permanent fixture in your life. Ten of Pentacles. It's like, I liked it. I loved it. And I want more of it. I want it here forever. Forever. And Knight of Wands. You couldn't be more excited. You are actively, not just manifesting, but doing your part to see that this becomes a regular feature in your life, in your world. You're making space for it. You want it there. Okay, it's beautiful. It becomes part of your world. You already have one, but you're getting this new element in there. Yeah, you want to do the full-on investment there. Yeah, it's beautiful. And I can only see what's here, not what isn't. So that means they're clearly agreeable. Okay. It's beautiful, though. I like that right there, halfway. And maybe some of you, for that Taurus, that translates to a language that you've become familiar with over the years. I just want someone to meet me halfway. And it seems like such a simple item, right? But it means so much. It means the world to you. This one does meet you halfway. It's not just you solely meeting them where they are. No, they meet you halfway. Yeah. Obviously, the Chariot's here twice. But that's interesting to me because you're not the first collective. Actually, going back to the 3-month overview from last week, you're not the first collective that are really starting to highlight June and July. FYI, what you are open to today, okay, and you're learning to see that and feel it as a positive thing, not a scary thing, has more traction later. I don't know, it's as far out as Cancer season, perhaps at the top end of it, June. I don't feel like you're the first collective. No, I know you're not. I know you're not. Who else did I say that for? I want to say Gemini. I could be wrong. You think I'd remember it? Because then you just did that. Anne? Do you have any idea how many readings I do? Keep it moving. Keep her moving, right? I'm thankful I remembered that much. Yeah, no, this is beautiful. And that feels very settled. I would even say quite calm, but happy. At fall. Early or perhaps late summer. But this beautiful process begins, I believe, in a couple of months. Think of it that way. You bypassed April, I believe. But hey, as it resonates, to each their own. Timelines are different for everybody. I just try to read them as I see it. Okay. For some, yeah, I know. Let go of those old fears. And I know it's easier said than done, but you're literally in that process, so give yourself the credit. Okay? We're all going to have those etchings of fear from the shit that didn't happen or worked out poorly in the past. I got it. But that's not your frame of reference anymore. What if? The idea of what if is what holds a lot of people back, not you. I'm sure you've done your time with it, and you find it vastly unappealing to be trapped in a state of what if. What if? Yeah, what if you dared to live life too? What would happen? Oh, what dreams may come, Taurus. Yeah? But let go. You're learning to do that, and you might need a little more time with it, and maybe that's why I'm saying this in a different time frame. It's not immediate. Okay. And be open to receive. Yeah. Be prepared that this person's more likely to see you halfway. It's not just you giving. How can I meet your needs? How can I meet you where you are? How can I get you? How can I pursue you? Oh no. Be prepared to receive. Okay? This is someone who can better speak your love language. Someone who knows how to give back to you in equal. And that means so much. It means a lot, actually. So be prepared to receive in as much as you do give. Some of you, it might be a new experience. Answers unfold. Someone else had this, same one. Keep your mind open and be willing to learn from this experience. Sorry. I have my readers right there. I should have put them on. But yeah, be willing to learn from this experience. Yeah. Excellent. Okay. Taurus, honey. Oh, yours didn't need to be all that. But there you are. Q, Y, F. And we have them. I'm telling you, Cancer. Cancer season. I know the power number is 7, but it actually starts in June. I strongly suspect Cancerian season at the top of it, the very top of it. Right there. I do. You want some very strong Cancer in your chart, I'd wager that as well. Could be connecting too, but I think this is coming from within. All right, we have the Dove, sign of peace. Let it go. What you experienced here. Your willingness to move beyond it. You don't want to be trapped by the what if. That's the Dove, sign of peace. And as some of you, very specifically here, we have the Rose of Venus. So you wanting your Empress, finding your Empress, your equal, the love of your life. Beautiful unfolding. But some of you, Taurus might be your Venus placement. So FYI. Okay, Taurus, honey, I do hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Virgo, what's up? Show me Virgo. The situation, 10 of Wands. How do you feel about that? Justice. Okay. To consider, Queen of Wands, outcome, death. Okay. Got a heavy situation here. Hardship, responsibility, burden, stress, physical exhaustion too. So some of you, please be mindful of that. How you feel about all this justice? You're working very hard to find a balance. You are. So in some way you're showing me justification. I'm justified with this Ten of Wands. I can make it work, or you feel it's your responsibility in some way, technically, legally, or spiritually, to make this work, balance it out, figure it out. To consider your personal energy, Queen of Wands. Confidence about this. Where is it at? Okay. And how much more energy can you give this? Here we have positive fire versus negative. I know that when this Virgo takes things on, it almost goes into a personal space for you. You get fired up. Okay, you can be deeply passionate about what you do and why. Especially if there are arguments of justification or karma or balances. Technical or legal motivations too. You get very fired up for correctness. But this is straining you quite a bit. So consider your energy. Outcome, death. I'm not telling you. That's just what's there. And I can tell you this because I have this conversation with Scorpio all the time. Default method. If we can't change something, transform it, then what's the alternative? So did you transform this situation? Or are you completing it? Okay. Let's take a look. Let's see that Ten of Wands, please. The Emperor. Oh, the lolly. That wasn't even... Man, I was more right than I knew. Emperor... Strength, Eight of Pentacles. Oh, you was stubborn. You was stubborn. And you take this to a serious place. That's what I expect from myself, Christina. I'm in charge. I consider myself to be in charge. I'm Emperor, Strength. I'm running this show, whether I like it or not. It's my responsibility. It's my thing. It's my burden. It's mine. So you're showing me possessiveness of this as well. It's like, I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to figure it out. It's my burden to bear. Oh, you're hitting so many profile notes of pride here. But strength of will. You're typically very disciplined. It's just a matter of willpower, strength, aptitude, force, conviction. I got this. And I think that attitude works for you very often. But I can also see where perhaps you get yourself in trouble from time to time, particularly where your physical energy is concerned. Oh my goodness. You got a strong profile right there. Eight of Pentacles. Something to do with work or your work energies. And you say you're running the show. For better or worse, you're running it. You're holding yourself responsible for anything and everything having to do with the coin. I'm not saying you're workaholic. What I'm saying is that right now, your work energies seem to be at a particular frequency. High functioning, yes. But it's putting a lot of strain on you. But high functioning. How you feel about it? Justified? Yes, I imagine. I imagine you're justified. So it's not just spiritual correctness here. You're saying it's also contractual fulfillment that you expect of yourself or the situation, likely a combination of both at this point. So, in other words, more technical legal aspects of role fulfillment and what's expected of you. Duties, that kind of thing. You are justified. I can't say you're not. Two of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. Okay. Excuse me. All right. I see you receiving support or encouragement from someone who is a lot like you, I suppose, in that earthian energy. Someone here who reaffirms your beliefs and also the truths. This person's got a firm mind, and they kind of reinforce what it is that you know. Okay. I do see it as sort of loving support here with the Two of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, as someone who's very like-minded. But they constantly remind you of the truth. All right? Okay. All right. You work hard, and you work hard with them in mind. I don't know if they work by your side, but this is clearly someone who has influence, you know? That which to consider, Queen of Wands, your personal energy, however. Nine of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. That's why I'm concerned. That's why I'm concerned. You know, it's all due respect to this person here who seems to be a lot like you. So I wouldn't be surprised if I'm looking at actually a working influence, such as a colleague, business partner, maybe even an employee. But this is someone who has a lot of say. And they reinforce, contractually speaking, the obligations, but also show support. So in some way, they help bring them to fruition too. The responsibilities, the technicalities, the legalities around the work issue here. And I know that they mean well, and they're telling you can do it, and P.S. you have to. That's your truth. Ace of Swords. You have to. With all due respect to that, and I know technically on the forefront they're correct. This is yours to fulfill. You even showed me you feel the same way. You did. Fair. Okay. I'm worried about the toll it's taking on you. Seven of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. You keep saying, I got this. I got this. I got this. You're lining up to self-sabotage a little bit here. But it's just very slow. Very slow. Very slow self-sabotage. Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. So I want to say year. I want to say every year. It's kind of like saying this Virgo thinks, you know what? I'm going to cover my energy. I got it. I just need to slow it down. Just need to slow it down. No, I think it's just wearing you down a little more every year. And the pep talks have to get stronger and stronger with you every year to keep you in there, keep your head in the game. So let's be clear. I'm looking at work and career stuff today. Let's not be confused about that. But as it resonates, you are Earth. So you're going to interpret things a little differently in terms of realistic investment. So yes, it could still technically apply to relationships, but I am seeing this as real Earthian values coin. Okay. I almost want to say like this. I'm not saying it is, but almost like they represent HR. Well, technically, you need to do this, that, and the other, but you got it. You got it. You got to do this. You got to do that. Don't forget to do this, and don't forget to do that. It's on you. I'm here to help you, but it's on you. And that's how it's coming across. So I'm worried about you. It seems like all this activity wears on you a little more every year. Or season, month, or however you want to do it. And you say, I got this, but you're saying it through gritted teeth with a very slow smile. I got this. Physically, yeah, you look a little worn down, and you're at that point now where you're kind of lying to yourself a little bit. I can keep doing this. Yeah. Another couple months, seasons, or years, I can keep doing this. My energy has not been affected at all. I have not been worn down at all. So, honey, you know what that is. It's the pride feeding the misinformation. That's what it is. I get this. I get that you're head honcho. I get that you're jefe. I get that you're big boss. I get it. That's big boss energy right there. What you say goes. But it also seems like a lot falls on your shoulders. So either you are underhelped or understaffed or something, I don't know what, or you need to get better at delegating responsibility, because it's a lot. But pride keeps you in that game. And it's the pride that's stinging your brain a little bit and saying, I got energy for this for years. I just need to slow it down. Honey, you can't go any slower. You go any slower, you're going to go backwards. In other words, your sense of responsibility fulfillment is going to start to unravel if you keep forcing yourself in a direction that you don't necessarily care for. And that's how you're lining up to self-sabotage that perhaps hasn't happened yet. Okay? This is what happens when we poke and prod ourselves to do something we know deep down inside we shouldn't be doing, or it's time to let go of, or ease up on, or stop tricking ourselves into believing that everything's fine when it isn't. Because I don't want this work you're so proud of. I don't want it to start getting sloppy and you start missing things, and you see what I'm saying? It's self-sabotage that's yet to be. So take that into consideration. Death is in the outcome. Three of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Got you. It's pivotal. It's a pivot. Okay, so it's not that we concede that we can change the situation, rather how we feel about it. You seem to know that in some way the responsibilities aren't going to get any easier or lighter, or in some way they can't break down further into delegated responsibilities, because that would be like my first thing for you, and how you can change the known situation is to start doing, well, just do a better job in breaking off the pieces and giving them to someone else, so you're not doing so much. I was like, hey, it's pride though. Even if you could, I still think you would retain the lion's share of responsibility. I really do. Anyway, no. But it is still technically transformative. It's just not with this role. In time, when you're ready for the Virgo I'm looking at, use your best judgment. Tarot doesn't dictate action. You do. Tarot's the proof of choice, not the absence of it. I see you pulling the rug on this one and going for another opportunity. I do. Long story short, we're going to learn to let this one go and stop trying to bring it together. And then I see you going for new. Okay, so it's not that we're transforming this situation, but you, I think you're marking this in some way as coming to an end or coming to a close, but with a plan in place for a new opportunity to replace it. Ideally, one where you're not doing so damn much or you have more help. Okay. I can see that you're used to calling the shots, and you seem to be comfortable shouldering the responsibility. I just see the toll it takes, to the point where you're lying to yourself about being able to continue to operate at that same level. Okay. Oh, I get the feeling I'm not looking at a young whippersnapper Virgo. I have a feeling. I don't think so, honey. I just don't. While you have, no doubt, an amazing will, and you are very comfortable with decision making as it involves this business or this practice, honey, you do too much. I know somebody who does too much. I'm looking at him. I'm seeing it right here. So I, with all due respect to that person, I can see that they enforce the principles. Don't neglect the contracts, the technicalities, the legalities. This is what you signed up to do. Come on, do your job. With all due respect to them, they're not carrying what you carry. So when that happens, not to clue, but I strongly suspect later in the year. I would say later on, when the height of this energy comes down. I'm thinking I know it's past April. I want to say July, August, when you're right at that point of, I can keep doing this, something in you realizes you don't want to. Good. Or maybe you got a little plan in there. I'll hang tight for another year or two, and then I'll look for new. I don't know. I just don't want you to line up to any self-sabotage, please. People get themselves into so much trouble when they make themselves do something they don't want to do, because then eventually it shows up in some way, as much as we try to prevent it in our work. Okay? You keep going. It's time. Yeah. So eventually you'll hit that space to keep going, or it's time to start looking at something else and keep going. So continuing your work or career efforts outside of this. I don't think you plan to retire. No, I don't think you're there. I don't. But if you are, congratulations. But I think whatever this represents in terms of your work, it's time to look at it seriously if you want to keep doing this. Okay. Yeah, it's time to figure out if you want to keep going in this role. Enjoy the journey. Embrace each moment fully, staying open to new experiences and lessons along the way. So I think you've gained a lot from this. I have no doubt. Okay. You did this, and you did this, I have no doubt, for reasons of love, not just pride. I'm sure. I'm sure. And I think you've enjoyed the journey fully, but it might be time to look towards new experiences. Yes. All right. You take all this good energy with you, your experience, but also the reality of what it's costing you. S-O-P, 2 O's, and Z. We have the medallion of Aries and Taurus. That's back to back. So currently we're in Aries season into Taurus. At some point after Taurus season, excuse me, I just did a list. I strongly suspect at some point after Taurus season, you're going to be right there at that crossroads. I can continue to stay and do this, or maybe not. Yeah. I do believe that at some point after May. All right, Virgo, honey, I hope this helps you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Capricorn, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me, Capricorn. The situation, Knight of Wands, how you feel about it, the Star, to consider, the Magician, outcome is the Wheel of Fortune, okay. I know you're excited right now, excited, turned on, enthusiastic, feeling brash, maybe bold. You're like, okay, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. To consider your larger goals, okay. I know you're excited right here. It's really hard to contain yourself, okay. You got ants in your pants. But consider these major energies, the Star, the Magician, Wheel of Fortune. Whatever this is you're experiencing here, does it meet the criteria for your long-term goals? Time will tell. I get that you're excited. I do. But this is very short-term upfront. Make sure you meet your vision, your manifestation. But I get it. I appreciate that level of enthusiasm and excitement. I do. But let's just hold on. Hold on. Let's make sure that whatever this is you're reacting to is your dream, your star, your vision, your wish, your want, your desire, and then Wheel of Fortune. Time will tell. Time will tell. Okay. Who knows? Queen of Cups, the Magician. Okay. Justice is saying, yes, Christina, I'll have you know that it is. Only you can decide that. Just want to make sure that whatever this is, like I said, because you're having a very strong, fast reaction here. Make sure it's right for you. In line with what you're feeling and, like I said, your goals. You're like, yeah, well, as far as I know, it is. So I'm doing it. Okay. Queen of Cups, the Magician, Justice. You don't understand. I want this. Whatever this is. You want it. You want it yesterday. Oh, wow. Yeah. But Justice. All right. All right. I understand. If you were going to give me that argument, but I love it, I might have pushed back on you. It's like, it's kind of fast, Gappy. Like, no. It's correct. It's correct. I know it's correct. Justice. I'm doing what feels right to me. Okay. All right. Good. Good. Because you are reacting very strongly to something, but I feel better knowing that justice is there through your eyes, through your spirit's interpretation. This is correct for you. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. I'll get off your ass. How you feel about it, the star? I think this is my destiny. That's what I think, Christina. Well, go on and tell me then. Let's see that star. Ten of Swords, Judgment, King of Cups. Okay. Okay. It's kind of like saying, look, my old stars, my old visions, my old dreams, my old desires. I've been hurt in the past. I've made some adjustments, okay, to my vision. I have. I've learned my lessons. I have. I promise. I super duper Capricorn swear promise. I've learned my lessons. I won't repeat them. I promise. Like my vision, my dream, my star is altered. Okay? I've altered that plan. I've altered the desire. It's more conducive, okay, to my goals, specifically your emotional goals. I like how you're showing me I'm prepared, I'm prepared, I'm prepared, I'm prepared. And that's great. That's wonderful. I want people to know what they're doing. And if they've made adjustments along the way, this is actually a good thing. I wish more people showed me that. Then that they'd know it. They're aware of it. They're not walking around ignorant, just smashing around from one thing to the next. And it's not necessarily a person, but yeah. You know what I'm saying? Ten of Swords and Judgment, King of Cups. It's like I'm listening to myself. I understand my calling now. I have adjusted my vision, and therefore in some way you're saying your expectations around your long-standing desires of love. With the King of Cups, just like my heart's in the right place. I know it is. I'm ready. I'm ready to do this. I know you are. I like to use that voice sometimes when I'm trying to make an impression. Okay. But yeah, no, you actually have... Do you have a fair amount of water in this heart? Because you got a big heart, honey. You do. You do. You got a big old squish squish in there. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But, okay. All right. I'm rooting for you, honey. I am. I am. You're saying you've learned what you needed to learn. You're ready for this experience. Okay. All right. To consider your manifestation. Ooh, twice. Know what you want. I mean, I would tell you that right away. I don't need to clarify. Somebody shows me manifestation, particularly around love elements. You need to know what you want, not who you want. That doesn't work. What you want. Let me amend that. It can work so long as they share the same manifestation frequency. Okay? But if you pin all your desires on one person who may not want you back, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of fallacy in that. I wish people would realize that. Hopefully you do. Because, honey, your heart's on the line, and it wants to be on the line. It wants to be open, and I want you to have it open as well. The Sun, Six of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. You're ready? Okay, you're ready. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this. Ooh, let's do this. It's Knights of Wands. You're reacting pretty fast. Okay, but also it feels in alignment. So shall it be. Boom. Do you really need a tarot lady? By the way, one of my favorite interesting critiques. Just read the cards. Tarot lady, just read the cards. Okay, here's me reading the cards. Sun, Six of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Consider it read. Now, if you're familiar with tarot, you really don't need the tarot lady to give you much more interpretation. It speaks for itself. And for those of you who don't, this is balanced happiness and love. Okay. And for Earth sign, I'm not surprised you're showing me the Six of Pentacles, especially if you understand the principles of reciprocation. Happiness and love, fair, returned. Okay? That's all you've wanted. So make sure whatever it is you're reacting to meets this criteria. If whatever it is you're reacting to lines up to your manifestation, you receive proof that this is what you're experiencing, green light. Okay? That's it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Alrighty, Wheel of Fortune. I don't even know who you're reacting to. You're just saying, I want this and I'm ready. And it's right. As far as you can tell, at this point in time, it's right. Alrighty. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Sure. 9 of Pentacles. The Star. 3 of Cups. Oh my, you're very happy. You're saying this is what you want and you can't imagine being anywhere else. To be clear, you still see yourself as an individual, independent, but you're also telling me I'm capable. I'm capable. I want to be here. I choose to stand here. And choice is everything. The Star and the 3 of Cups. Oh, it's like, yes, this is quickly unfolding into your dream, your adjusted vision of love. Okay? Your adjusted vision of love. So that tells me you've had some experiences in love, you learned from them, and you've adjusted your vision and rather your expectations around love, particularly the fairness of it. It would make you very happy. You showed me a lot of beautiful elements here today. Congratulations to you. The way you reacted to this now suggests it is happening now. I don't know who that lucky person is. Okay, and they aren't lucky. But that also means in some way they share this frequency. They understand love is give and take. And it's balanced. And it shouldn't require too much thought when 2 people are on the same page. That's exactly right. So you keep on keeping on. Alrighty. Yours is short, and that usually means you had your collective shit together, so congratulations. You might have some Aquarius in your chart that could be your person of connection as well. Just FYI, it doesn't have to be, but I'm not going to deny it's there. Abundance. Oh yes, I'm seeing abundance for you. At least in the love life. In the old love department there. That's an abundance, all right. That's funny. You showed me an emphasis of fair, right? But it's so much more. It's so much more. That's lovely. New worlds. Pretty common for people who are entering new times in their life. Let's see. There are many more things for you to discover, so don't give up. Oh, you didn't. And that's you managing your expectations or your more realized vision of love. At some point you told yourself, I'm not going to give up. I just need to see my approach differently. And someone else, what they're giving me, I need to learn how to see it correctly. Something like that. Anything else, please? Free to move. Oh, okay. I don't think I need the glasses. Embrace your liberty to explore new paths. So you are. The world is wide open for your journey. And so it is. It's interesting they emphasize world twice. As doors close, they open. Willingness to discover new worlds. And here you are doing exactly that. Okay? Well, I'm happy for you. I, Q, P, T, Y. We have the medallion of Pisces. Okay, sure. You might have some very strong Pisces in your chart. I did say there's a fair amount of water in you. Could be connecting to last season, which is not too long ago. Might have been important for you. Also could be a connecting point. And then, oh yeah, like I said, you got your collective shit together. We got the chakras in alignment. Okay, Cappy honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Scorpio, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Scorpio, please. The situation, Queen of Swords, how you feel about it, the Chariot. To consider, 9 of Cups, and the outcome is the 2 of Cups. Lovely. You in the opening, you're focusing on something, right? You're gathering information at this time. But yeah, it looks like you're really close to making a decision here. How you feel about it, the Chariot. You're like, I feel good, actually. I'm going to move forward, whatever that means. Perhaps you will show me. To consider, 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment for the self, by the self. Okay? Honor that space in you that says, this would make me happy. This is how I love myself. Abide by that. You're good. Outcome, Two of Cups. You're not alone. I see you sharing an emotional union with somebody. Okay. Two of Cups. Now, is that a deep bond or a shallow bond? I don't know. Like I said, perhaps you'll show me. All right. Queen of Swords. What we thinking? Show me that Queen of Swords, please. Three of Cups, Two of Swords. Like I said, you're really close to making up your mind. The Emperor here in Aries season, actually. To be or not to be, but in this context, it's to connect or not to connect. And then I say you look at this logically, and you're weighing your thoughts against your feelings, and the Emperor. You're really close to making your decision. But yeah, it's definitely less than 2 weeks. I don't know why you're giving this such careful thought or consideration. To some extent, you connecting to this requires you to be emotionally present or available. And that's where you get a little hung up there. It's like, should I? I don't know. Should you? That's what you're working out right now. Can I be available for this? Should I? Do I want to? Is that what I want? But you are looking at it, not just emotionally, but logically. All right. Just to let you know. It's almost like you're trying to figure out if you want to go on a date with somebody, but you're putting a lot of thought into it. That's just to put it in frame in a way that people can draw an example from. It's not an absolute. Okay. Let's see that Chariot, how you feel about it. Well, you made up your mind. In some way, you're moving forward. Oh, Five of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. Oh, okay. There's a lot going on in there. Okay, no wonder you were looking at it logically. That's really close to the truth, actually. Doesn't look like you have much time to yourself. Five of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. You're like, look, I have a lot of responsibilities. And you do. I'm not worried about that Five of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. It's kind of like saying I'm always on, or I'm always available to my work or my foundation. And you're saying it's kind of busy right now. You're kind of involved in a lot of things, including the maintenance of your 3D world. You're an active participant, let's be clear. Gosh, wherever you're needed, there you are. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no wonder you look at it logically. It's like, do I have the time? Well, I see you proceeding. So I guess you're going to make the time. Yeah, we're talking about an issue of space here, guys. The Pentacle represents not just money, time, energy, effort, spendable concepts, and it takes a lot of time, energy, and effort, to counteract any fives, to continue to be a 9, and then maintain a 10. So yeah, you're looking at this, and maybe you are doing calculations. Oh my. You got a lot going on in there, but in some way you're showing me, I'll make the space. I'll make the time. Not saying you have to. To each their own. Some of you identify with the first half, and you're like, okay, that's it. I'm not gonna. I don't have the time for a date or whatever the hell this is. And others of you, you're gonna find the time. Oh my. You got a lot going on there, honey. You seem to be involved, like I said, with everything. Something's going on. There you are. Boom. No. I see you out there making constant endeavors, inroads into that foundation. And clearly you got a name. You got a reputation. You're out there maintaining it, feeding it, giving it, you know. I know I'm looking at a Scorpio that said, I'm going to be prosperous no matter what I do. And that's where you are. Oh, that's no joke. You're on your way, honey. If you're not there already, then my goodness. Goodness me, personal prosperity, wealth. Oh, I have no doubt. All right, so your advice, 9 of Cups. Okay, Scorpio, honey. From a good place of wish fulfillment in you, meeting your own emotional needs. So take that into consideration, okay? Your emotional needs, what are they? Can you identify them? Take that into consideration. It seems like 3D-wise that's taken care of. Okay, you in Death. I have Priestess and Temperance. Okay, okay, good. Good on you. That's some lovely work. Death, High Priestess, Temperance. All right? Listen to yourself. Yeah. I think you're ready. And I feel that underneath all that busyness, you feel that you're ready too. It's just, well, up until recently, it hasn't had much reason to come up. So listen to yourself. You're healed up. Your intuition's on point. I'm glad that you associate yourself with the intuitive process. Good. If this feels right, then do it. And you're ready. Emotionally, you're ready. Just like I just haven't had much space to prove it. It's not like you've gone out of your way, I think, seeking love interests. But there's something here that represents the possibility, yeah, of you opening up to it. And just because, you know, you're super, 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 super busy doesn't mean that if you check with yourself that you aren't open to the experience. Okay? It's up to you. There's a 3 majors over a very simple 9 of Cups, guys. You might in some way be craving this if you allow yourself to participate. It's like, oh yeah, that's what was missing. I felt or feel like maybe somewhere deep down inside I was heading this direction. I just had no reason to believe it. Something like that. So much energy wrapped up in you. Just in and of your own right. 2 of Cups in the outcome. That's beautiful though. Look at that. Look at that beautiful Scorpio. Right there on the inside. It's just it all goes to your 3D. Or at least it has for a while. Yeah, but listen to you. Listen to your heart. Listen to your Scorpio heart. It's in there. King of Swords, Knight of Swords, King of Wands. Okay, and there they go. Alrighty. I have 2 people being very mindful of each other right here. But yeah. Communication's on point. It actually happens, I think, sooner. I think you find the time sooner than you expect. So the details kind of get thrown together quite quickly there in the outcome. But I have 2 people agreeing to connect and talk. It's very formal at first, and that's okay. It's informatic at first, and that's okay. But just a couple of keynotes. Once you make up your mind, you act accordingly. It does come together really quickly. A lot of people have been showing me months out. Yours is probably the first I can honestly say is less than 2 weeks. And I see someone who is very respectful. But very interested in then the 2 of Cups. Yeah, there's something here shaping up where it's trying to. But yeah, I really see that this person's trying to meet you where you are. So that's nice. Okay. You got a sharp mind. I see that. So when you said yes, you meant it. But first you gave it a darn good think. And that's okay. You know yourself well. That's your particular process. But I promise you, that intuitive Scorpio I'm looking at runs very deep. All right? It's just been wrapped up in pentacles for a while, that's all. Okay. Compassion, protection. Compassion, temperance. Some of you might have some very strong Sagittarius in your chart, by the way. But yes, showing yourself compassion, love, and healing, and protect. You're interested in protecting yourself, yes. And also protecting your interests. I know. You tend to have a protective nature of the self and then others by default when you love them. And whatever kind of love, be it family love, friend love, but you're very protective, I know. Honestly, that's when we get our most stinging selves is in protection of others, not necessarily for ourselves. But yeah, maybe your guard has been up. I don't know. But to be honest with you, I see most of that protective quality going to your 3D. Okay. You've put a lot of effort in there, and you're protecting that interest, and you guard it like a valuable asset because it is. But yes, within you, consider your personal self, your emotional needs. You've been desiring to connect to that for a long time, I think. It's just now we have our first real example of you getting to exercise it for the first time in perhaps a long time. You have your reasons. I believe that's it right there. But yeah, be compassionate to yourself. Okay? I know you protect your time. But also allow yourself to love. Okay? If that's where you want to be, if that's where you want to head. All right. I'm shaking my head that the protective element, I keep looking at that. Whomever this is, I feel has protective qualities. I don't know. It's just a vibe I'm getting from them. I'm not doing a yours and theirs. It's just, it seems to be coming more from them. They would be protective of your assets as well. They seem to be very aware of your time. Anyway. Harbor of Peace. Find serenity in the peaceful embrace of a gentle harbor, all allowing tranquility to still... excuse me, I misread that. That's my bad. Allowing tranquility to still your waters. Okay. These oracle cards, sometimes they're printed in a very compact way, and the letters can run together. But yeah, embrace a gentle harbor, allowing tranquility to still your waters. Harbor of Peace. I know you're interested in protecting your peace. Certainly. I get that. This could be good for you if they have a mutual interest. Okay? All right. Someone who won't rock the boat unless you want them to, you know what I'm saying? Okay, F, Q, L, R, Y, and then we have one medallion, that of Gemini. You might have some very strong Gemini in your chart. Could be connecting to the season, might be important to you, but I maintain. Less than 2 weeks, I believe. All right, Scorpio honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Pisces, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me, Pisces. The situation, King of Swords, how you feel about it, Wheel of Fortune, to consider, 4 Pentacles, outcome is the Page of Swords. Situation, I see you looking at something, it has your full attention or focus, you're giving this a lot of thought. How you feel about all this, Wheel of Fortune, you're kind of showing me time needs to pass a little bit. Alright, that's your personal opinion. It's like, you know what? I need time to pass a little bit. To consider 4 Pentacles. What are you holding on to? How is it lingering in your life? What do you make of that? Is it worth holding on to? Outcome, Page of Swords. It could be that someone's looking at you. That's an easy call. But it could be the seed of an idea for you. Your mind opening up in a different direction. Because right here, it seems to be determined to work with what it knows. Right here. It could be that you're changing your mind a little bit. Right there in the outcome. Okay. Whether or not I'll see the influence of someone else, I don't know. But let's take a look at you. King of Swords, the situation, what you're contemplating. Ten of Swords, I understand. The Star, Six of Wands. You're saying there's been a painful occurrence on the Star, Six of Wands. However, whatever the situation involves, you're saying it still represents a point of potential pride for you. Okay. There's still a vision here through your eyes, and I still see you focusing on that vision. It provokes in you a lot of feeling of potential, of a future, a very strong desire that you still find yourself mentally and spiritually and emotionally attached to. In some way, that vision, and you retain it in your mind, it still evokes in you confidence that it could make you feel good. Okay. But you admit it's a painful subject. It's like, realistically, it's a painful subject. There's been some disappointment in the old Star division. You know what I'm saying? And yet it still calls to you. Okay. No. Ten of Swords is not a guarantee of an ending. It can be a precursor. But you'd be surprised, or perhaps you wouldn't, because you're Pisces, how long people can and will live with pain, if it means preventing an ending. Or put it off. How you feel about all this? The Wheel of Fortune. You're saying time needs to pass. Four of Swords, King of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. Time needs to pass. Okay. Four of Swords, King of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. And you have a lot to think about. You do. You know that. And you're showing me the reality around investment. Where I should put myself, time, energy, and effort. What I should continue to invest in based on my own concept of self-worth. Is it worth it to me? You're saying you got to think about all of this. That's why you need some time to pass. And look at yourself from a practical point of view and best interest point of view. And you're saying that's shaping your thoughts and therefore your words. Eight of Wands. Okay, fair. It's like, I'm going to get my thoughts together. Think about things. See what's right for me. And then my words will flow. It's like I'll know my thoughts and I'll be ready to speak to them then. Okay, fair. Fair. I'm saying fair because it's fair. The Star is not just something we easily give up on. No. It was that easy. You know, that would be a shifting sun. That's what I check for in the 3-month. I get it. That's fair. You made perfectly valid arguments and points. It wasn't even an argument. These were simple conclusions that make sense to you. They shift into place for you as truth. So, as long as you don't contradict your truth, it's fine. You know? I just want people to do what's right for them. Without conflict. Or knocking themselves out of alignment. You know? To consider Four of Pentacles, indeed. Why are you holding on to this vision? Even though it hurts you. Why? What's in there? What's in there for you to see, learn, or experience? You know? If you're going to hold on to something, you got to understand why. Otherwise, we waste our own time, you know? Four of Pentacles. Two of Swords. Death. Seven of Cups. It's almost like you don't believe it. It's like that can't be right. Two of Swords, Death, Seven of Cups. Whatever this is, you have a vision for. You're confused why it's not available to you. That's why you hold on to it. You're saying, I still have a very strong thought, feeling, or belief around this. I can't believe that it's not available to me, or that it wouldn't make itself available to me anymore. And that's why you're holding on to it. In some way, you're experiencing what seems to you like contradicting information. It means so much to me. So much to me. How can it not be available, whatever that is, to me anymore? Because it still means so much to you. Yeah, you're kind of showing me projection a little bit. Because I still see so much in that. How could it not do the same of me? Well, that's where your values are different. Whatever this is you desire, it's hard for you to wrap your mind around the fact that it's not showing you availability. So I don't know this love, guys. It's up to you. Okay? Could relate to work. Something to do with the family or pathway. Where you very much desire something and frankly you contemplate it still feels good. But you associate it with pain, yes? You're saying maybe it's not over though. I got to think about things. So something for you to consider. 4 of Pentacles. Why are you holding on to this? You're saying I'm confused. Why doesn't it open up to me? That's why I'm holding on to it. So that's the thing. You're trying to answer a question. Okay. I'd like to have access to the vision. The vision won't let me have access to it. And so because that's conflicting information to you, you hold on to it. Okay. So I think we unraveled that mystery a little bit. Page of Swords and the outcome. Strength. Ace of Swords. Yeah, you're adopting a new truth. Good for you, honey. Good for you. I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you. You said you were going to work through it, and you fucking did. You know, people tell me they're going to work through shit all the time. They do bubkiss. They just play down the clock. That's it. They go, hanged man, and pause it. I'll get back to it later. They're playing down the clock. You didn't. You didn't. I am so proud of you. You just did some big Pisces shit here. I'm dead serious. I was like, okay, I think I know where you're going to take me with this. And you didn't. You took me in a completely different direction. Once it occurs to you, honey, okay, I still desire this. In my eyes, I still value this goal, this desire. It's got problems, but what doesn't? Okay. I need some time, let me think. And you actually did that. You actually did what you said you were going to fucking do. Please don't underestimate that. Please don't. Please don't. That's what I say. Just don't misalign yourself. Don't be full of shit. Actually use this time, like you said you were gonna. Understand and re-examine your own sense of self-worth. Okay? Understand your thoughts. Is it worthy of you to hold on to this vision? To still have hope for it specifically? And I hate false hope, guys. I don't play into it. If it's there, great. I'll report it. Hey, success. Good job. You had every right to hold on to that. Hoping it would work out. It did. Wonderful. But I don't like doing false hope. I don't. It's not my thing. It fucks with people. Okay? I don't like that. Human beings already mess with themselves enough as it is. So, you said you were going to rest on this subject. You just need some time. You actually thought about it. And once you figure this out, once you figured it out, I desire this goal. It doesn't desire me. I want to be open and available to it. It won't be open and available to me. And once you figure that out, once you understand that's why you're holding on to this, the pieces just fall into place for you. Oh. And that is indeed the Page of Swords, start of an idea, the seed of an idea. Your thinking is shifting. Here, I see you open with what you do know. I desire this. I still want it. It hurts, but I still want it. To maybe, no, I don't need it. Page of Swords, Ace of Swords, that's the amplification of knowledge. And it was new knowledge too, and it was a rough little guy. But you expanded it into a full-on truth, strength, Nine of Pentacles. That's personal resolve, honey. That's what personal resolve looks like. Strength of mind, strength of character. You're fine over here now. It's like, okay, I don't need this after all. I need me. That's right. That's what self-worth is. Know that it comes from you first. Before you start seeking external sources for worth. Seek it from within first. Right here. I need me. I don't need this. And it doesn't want me back. It doesn't want to make itself available to me. Be it a job, a goal, a dream, a wish, or a person. I want it. It doesn't want me. And that's hard for you to understand at first. Because there is something there, because you see this vision so strongly in your eyes. It's like, how could anything to the contrary be true? But it is. It is true. It won't make itself available to you. And I know it hurts, but at the same time, that's a valid truth. And it also sets you free. So Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and Strength. That's beautiful. You need you. You got you. You can handle your shit. This is what you need, not that. And I know it's hard to lose a vision, guys, and not put yourself into it anymore, or believe in it anymore, or desire it anymore. But it wasn't authentic for you. Otherwise, you wouldn't have to have questioned it at all. It would be there, being open and available to you, and it's not. It's hard, guys. It's so hard to accept where something ends and begins, and our responsibility in it, or the absence of our responsibility to it. Okay, I don't need to give myself to this anymore. I wanted to. I'd like to. But that's just me. That's how I want to see myself in that vision. It's not reciprocated. It's not returned. It's me projecting outwards. No, I don't need this. I wanted it, but I don't need it. And the Emperor here in Aries season. I must have collected that in the last group. But here in Aries season. Yeah. No, you need you. You need you. You don't need this. I think this would have been a nice little fancy. I know it sounds horrible, but in a way it kind of would have been like a really nice decoration in your life. But not necessarily your truth. This is your truth. You need you. You can be just fine on your own. Well, in the absence of that. And you can create something new. Okay? You can. Whatever this is, maybe it represents an idea and someone beat you to the punchline. You can create something new. Who knows? But know your self-worth and you will never go wrong. Jump in, expand, do your own thing, find something else to expand in and just jump into it, throw yourself into it. The next idea, you jump in on it. You don't hesitate. You can do it. You can expand in new and different ways. Create something new. Go your own way. Do your own thing. You clearly have so many ideas available to you. You have such a strong mind. Use it. Imagination can be our best friend, I promise you. Okay. Scales of balance. Yeah, well, straight away, we're talking about balance. Seek equilibrium in love and career. So no matter how you apply it, balance. What's right? Let's see, harmonizing with your inner scale to weigh decisions with both heart and mind. There you go. I figured out. Balance against you. Okay? What do you owe yourself? We have one letter, X. We have the medallions of Aquarius, Cancer. You might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to the season, might be important to you. And then we have Rose of Venus. For some of you, Pisces might be your Venus placement. Might. Okay. But music, beauty. Some of you are emphasizing music and beauty. Rose, and then we have the music medallion here. Some of you, that's your do you create music? Okay. You had an idea having something to do with music, and it seems to be gone now. You've got honey. That wasn't your only idea. You've got so many more. Now I'm going to go ahead and give you the regular interpretation of that. Music is often how people tune intuitively. They wouldn't know to say that or verbalize it. It's just an experience. Music has a way of doing that. Unlike any other form of media, music has a way of getting us in tune with our intuitive self. So continue on with that practice regardless. And then you have the key. Oh yes, you have the key to any given situation, to lock or unlock any particular door. And I see it as the key to your mind. I think you have a lot, I know you do, have a lot more in there. It doesn't begin and end solely with whatever this is. Okay? All right. Pisces, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Cancer, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Okay, the situation, 3 of Pentacles, how you feel about it, 10 of Pentacles to consider, 6 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Oh boy, you busy. Bye, that's your reading. Oh boy. Oh boy, you seem to be on top of it. But yeah, long story short, and I think as you can see for yourself, I mean, you don't have to be too familiar with tarot to understand. Busy. Lots of it. You seem to be pretty happy, content. Things are progressing quite well. You are networking like crazy right now. No, there's lots of points of connectivity for you between now and out to late summer. Okay. But yeah, lots are happening. You're forging alliances, friendships, acquaintanceships, partners, network increase, resource increase, contract increase, boom, boom, boom. Right now. How you feel about it? You're like, yeah, that's the plan. Expansion. That always reminds me of the Joker from Batman. It is like aggressive expansion. And that's exactly where you are. But you seem to be taking it all in stride. Aggressive or not, it's just really on point. But I gotta tell you, those pentacles are stacking up. You know, lots of connectivity right now. Lots of it. How you feel about it? Like I said, it's according to plan. You're out there, you're in the trenches right now, making those alliances, sealing the deal, making a lot of inroads in your community, your network, your resources. And it's for reasons not just your career. Of course, that's in there. But also, it's one of your objectives. Clearly, it's a goal to form as many connections as possible, to create as many balances as possible. To consider 6 of Pentacles, you stay on top of it all. Mind your P's and Q's. Try not to neglect anything. Make sure you fulfill your end of any given bargain. You'll be fine. Knight of Swords, the outcome. Hey, you busy. You're going to be busy for a while. So, you know, know when to stop, take a break. But yeah, just we're going to be immersed in this for a while. I'd say at least up until June and maybe a little after. All right, but it all goes to a good place. Okay. 3 of Pentacles. Gosh, there's so much structure in there. I'm seeing not just people, places, avenues, existence, points of being, like experiences. It's a lot. But it's like, who am I talking to? You know, it's part of the plan. You seem to be quite used to it. That's not to say it doesn't get overwhelming, but you're used to it. 3 of Pentacles. King of Wands. 10 of Pentacles. You, Chariot. Bye. You don't have time to be here, apparently. I don't know what you're hanging out watching tarot for. Get to work. No, I'm kidding. You already are. You're watching this at work, aren't you? You're either watching this at work or you're listening to it in the car. You're in between your points of reference. I swear to God, I'm calling it right now. You're either watching me at work, okay, or you're listening, or you're in transit right now. You got me on the car. And I always have mixed feelings when people tell you, I'm listening to you in the car right now. Really? Because sometimes I say some shocking stuff. I don't know, guys. I don't know. At your discretion. And some of you, yeah, the Chariot can represent the moving vehicle. Absolutely. King of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. Oh, yeah. You're like, I feel good. I'm good. I'm ready. I'm prepped. This Cancer is ready to rock between now and, like I said, June, no later than July. You got lots to do. Yeah, look at you. That's part of the plan, literally. See, we're looking at a career reading, folks. And that's fine. Now, you might jump around and show me some emotional stuff. That's normal. But the core of it is that you are quite busy, but I can see that your foundation is everything to you. It's not just, again, what you can provide for yourself, but clearly what you do for other people. This is a point of pride for you. This is a point of confidence for you. This is your passion. This is your jam. This is what you do, and you're damn good at it, you know? And you're showing me a lot of forward ambition, and that's not bad. It's healthy. This is part of who you are. This is what makes you you. Chariot, you love this shit. You live for this. You live for this stuff. You do. So don't get me wrong. Contractually, you're quite busy, but it's like I can't imagine being anywhere else. This is your baby. This is your pride. Okay? There you go. You raised this thing up. Therefore, you're very much part of it all. And I'm happy to see that you're an active participant, you know? A lot of people build those foundations up and then they hire the people to regulate them. And they completely lose touch with what they're doing or why they started it. Not you. Not you. You don't ever want to lose touch. This means the world to you. It's quality. It's quality life. And also, P.S., what you do helps other people live their lives. You can't show me a Ten of Pentacles twice and not tell me that you don't affect other people. In fact, I think that's a primary skill for you, is that you make things work for other people. Okay, Ten of Pentacles. How you feel about it? It's all part of the plan. Look at you. You're a driving force here. Temperance. Queen of... Look at you. You got some fire in your belly. I know you're showing me the practical reality around coin, but you got fire in your belly, specifically Sads and Leo. Look at that fire. You love this shit. You wake up in the morning for this shit. It's like, I can't wait to get my thing on. Just whatever it is that you do, it's like, it's another day to be awesome, Cancer. There we go. Let's go. Go team. I sincerely doubt you're a team of one. I doubt that. I don't know how that's possible. But it is definitely a case of teamwork's going to make this dream work. Look at you. You love this. You're so well-tempered. You're so suited to this. You're so suited to it. It gets you going, baby. I bet you get through the coffee, too. But I tell you what, for the most part, your energy is natural. You're naturally enthusiastic for this. The thing is, though, you can get your heart rate up for this, but it's also very calm with temperance, excuse me. You never let them see you sweat. Six of Pentacles. To consider those balances. Yeah. Okay. Ace of Cups, Four of Wands, the World. To consider someone's going to exit their participation. Let them go. Don't take it personally. It's hard to say that for you because you're saying you have a relationship with whomever this is. Someone's going to walk from contributing to these balances. Obviously, it's not you. It's someone who's connected to the idea of balances. Let them go. Trust me on this, you don't want them to participate. I don't know why. It's okay. They're not emotionally attached to this like you are. Fine. That's fair, and that's not a crime. It doesn't mean the same thing to them as it does to you, nor should it. This is your baby. But this is someone whom you have an independent relationship to outside of all these pentacles. Typically, they'd be on board to assist. Not this year, not this time, and don't ask them. Okay, take that into consideration. And take them at their word. I don't know why I'm supposed to tell you that, but take them at their word. They say they don't want to participate. Okay. Say I'm walking away. I don't want to help. Okay. Take them at their word. Don't try to coax them or cajole them to do otherwise. Please just let them walk. There's a sourness there. I don't have time for all that. That's a different reading, but there's definitely a sourness there. We don't want that in the mix. Okay? I don't know what the hell that is. But it's definitely a lot more on the side of personal. Eight of Cups, the World. We don't want this person to help. And they don't want to. So take them at their word. Knight of Swords is in the outcome. I'm sure there's reasons. They just don't feel like it, but I'm telling you there's a sour note in there. I don't like it. Okay. Eight of Pentacles, Four of Cups. I understand you're disappointed. I understand. I got you. But that's not going to change who you are. And that shouldn't change who you are. Okay? So while you are disappointed, you're not letting it show, my friend. The Fool. No. In fact, let's be real. Once you get past that initial disappointment, you're going to be kind of relieved. Like, you know what? Fine. I'm disappointed. Yeah, you're a little hurt. Personally, you're hurt. That tells me this person knows they're disappointing you. So I don't know what kind of relationship you have with them, but please don't count on them, okay? I don't know when that comes through as official or verifiable non-participation in all this activity. I honestly don't know. It could be anywhere between April to June. No later than August. But I don't think it's that far out, to be honest with you. Knight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Four of Cups, the Fool. You're going to take a moment, a heartbeat or two, a breath or two to readjust. You'll be fine. The core of the responsibility always fell on you. I see that. You created this. There's no way it doesn't fall on you. But this person ideally was a co-creator. Sorry about that cut. I meant to say it at the top of your reading. I am kind of running late into the afternoon, which is normal for me. So if you see a cut, it'll pick right back up where you left off, and that's exactly where we are. A lot happens in the afternoon. And I need to stop and make space for it. Okay. Yeah, Knight of Swords. Speaking of which, you got a lot to do. Okay? I just don't want this to ruin your hard work or your experience. I know you know better. And you got enough positive energy here for more than 2 people, 3 people maybe. But it's okay. In the end, you'll be kind of relieved that you don't have to expect anything from them. I don't know why they're bowing out, tapping out. And the fact that it just looks to me like I just don't want to, or I don't want to be involved. But I don't know. That's another reading for another day. You would know best. And you'll know in time as to why. I don't. You see that. Now you see something like this, the way it unfolds and affects other people's lives. How can you not want to be part of that, right? That kind of energy is contagious. That kind of effort is contagious. Like you want to help, you want to contribute. But that's me though. I love that kind of stuff. Where you put this thing together and you bring it together and you see how it affects the lives of other people. I mean, it's contagious. To be part of it all, I think it's exciting, but I guess that's not their flavor. I don't know. And yes, of course, outside the work context, it might be a relationship that's declining altogether and it's something you don't want to participate in anymore, full stop. Yes. Yes. Possibly for some of you, yes, I can't deny that. But for now, I see it as someone who won't contribute to the main show. Okay? It's a time for you to celebrate. You have... That's what I'm saying. It's time is underneath that. It's a time for you to celebrate and celebrate others. Remember that. You do a lot of good work here. You deserve good feedback, healthy feedback for all your work. You deserve it. Okay, remember you're worth it. Remember to celebrate yourself. and these achievements that you accomplish clearly. Okay? You bring a lot to the table. Don't forget to celebrate yourself, and others should celebrate with you. And if someone here can't appreciate that, well, begging your pardon, but fuck them. Anyway, okay, fine, fair. I don't know the situation, and maybe it is a full-on relationship exit. I don't know the situation, that's fine. It's just, I know someone who improves the quality of lives of others when I see it, and that's you. And in your mind, it may not be all that. You might be so used to it, you may not see it like that. But honey, let's not pretend that your work doesn't affect the lives of others. Okay? No illusions. Yeah, exactly. No illusions here. Let's accept this for what it is. Okay, stay grounded in your truth, embracing your reality with clarity and wisdom to navigate life's journeys authentically. Navigate life's journey authentically. You have your own journey here that's quite authentic. It's for you to travel. Someone else doesn't want to, so let's not have any illusions about that. They don't want to participate. Everybody has free will. So they might throw various excuses at you, but let's not have any illusions. Those who want to be part of this, show the fuck up. Okay? And those who don't, won't. I don't care what the excuses are. Well, I have a headache. Okay. No, there's a sour note here, and it may not be fully defined to you, but you know somewhere underneath it all, whatever the excuses are. For you. Yeah, I told you some of you have some really strong fire in there, particularly Leo. Leo season might be important, and that is further out, July, August. But I think I'm looking at someone who has some sort of prominent Leo in there, particularly your tendencies towards generosity and taking the initiative or leadership. Certainly. Okay, G, N, Q, A, and we have O. I wasn't expecting that. This little something there. I didn't see it in the reading. There's a love note. In some way, there's a love note. I'm seeing the absence of emotional presence here with somebody that's supposed to represent a relationship. So it's not love positive or love forward. It's actually the opposite. It runs in the negative. That's what I'm saying. Don't contest it. But there's a love note here, some sort of love note or love message, and it's attached to Scorpio, or the medallion of Scorpio, I should say. So you might have some Scorpio in your chart. Could be connecting to in ways I don't see here today. It might make sense to you later. I don't quite know. That's so funny. Is that coming from you or coming from them? I don't know. It's not here in the reading. But there might be a little something, something in the Scorpio energy. I have to maintain it's not here. It's the absence. It's almost like a love note. It's almost like it's saying P.S. with love from Scorpio. I don't quite know how to put that. So just FYI. I have no idea. All right. Cancer, honey, I hope this helps you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.